Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the AFL NT coverage of the 23-24 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in Darwin here on Larrakia Country. We're here for round 8 action of the TIO NTFL Men's Premier League competition. This afternoon, the Crocs take on the Nightcliff Tigers. Good evening, I'm Nick Danks, and my commentary partner this evening, Tara Harris. Good evening, Tara. How are you?
Yeah, good. It's actually a bit of a game I'm looking forward to. It's almost, apart from the Waratah Buffs, this is a bit of a match of the round because I'm interested to see how Nightcliff stack up against this high-performing Southern District side. Absolutely.
I've been plugging the games all day, and I've been saying this is the match of the round, and if I wanted to see a game today, there was this one, also the one across the road at the moment, DXC, Pint versus Tiwi. I think that'll be a very fast-flowing game as well. So some good footy on today. We've had a couple of other games that have just wrapped up. Waratah defeated the Darwin Buffs by 23 points earlier today, and St Mary's 33 goals, 12 to 5-5, so 175-point win over a really tough Magpies side at the moment, having a really tough season. Look good in patches there, but have definitely struggled today, and St Mary's went absolute berserk in the second half, kicking 20-odd goals in the second half.
Yeah, no, a big performance from St Mary's. They put their stamp on this competition, and that'll be a huge percentage booster for them leading forward. And it looks like percentage is what's going to separate everyone at the moment. The top of the ladder is within 4 points, or they're all got the same. So it's a very tight top of the ladder there as we're getting into the final rounds before Christmas, Nick.
Yeah, I've been at a few Southern Districts games this season at home at their home ground, a couple here, and they've had big wins. And right in the final quarter, the coaches sort of said to them, "No foot off the pedal, guys, because percentage will make the difference this season."
Yep.
Whether you finish in that top 3 or top 4. So the big booster win there for for St Mary's earlier on today. But what are you expecting out today, and who do you expect to win before the bounce?
Oh, I actually think Southern Districts might get over them. They've got a few tools there, but I know there's some great inclusions in this Nightcliff side, and here we go. Centre bounce, ball up, no equal touch there, but good start there for Nightcliff. They've worked hard there through the hands of Eilert. Eilert pushes that one forward into their forward 50. Bit of a foot race, but Sam Smith's picked that one up nice and easy. He does a 360, turns that one around, pushes it forward, chopped off early there by Adrian Scott. He's got time and he uses it, pushes that one in, just a spilt mark there, but high under contest there. The ball will be wrapped up. Umpire said that's mine. So it started exactly how I thought it was. Good chop off there by Adrian Scott early in the piece. So we've got a ball up here. Good contest there in the ruck again. Ball spills out, picked up nice, beautiful hands there from Taj Stanley. Chopped up and picked up, but has been wrapped up quickly there by Ronald Fijo, and will be another ball up early in the piece.
Southern District's applying a man-on-man type coverage to start the game.
Certainly, that was a great hit out there and a good pick up through Brody Philo, but picked up, chopped off again by Southern Districts out on the boundary. It will be a ball in. So high contest, only a minute into this opening term. Ball comes up. Good contest there, one early by Liam Buxton. Picked up, does well there, Zust. And chopped off and marked beautifully there. Looks like Cooper Darms early in the piece. He's got a few players screaming for it in the forward 50. He goes for a centering kick, doesn't land where he wants it to, and gets locked off there by Taj Stanley. Taj Stanley has got his boys pushing forward. He opts for a switch to the grandstand wing. Handed very nicely there by Cody Zust from the Districts. Zust pushes that one down the line there, might get chopped off, doesn't, saves it there, nice through the hands of Stanley Waistcoat. Stanley Waistcoat still lurking in the pack, manages to get the ball out there, picked up nicely by Anderson, fast hands. Umpires called there and paid a tackle. It's on here early at TIO Stadium here. And he's paid 50 as well, so we will move forward. It's all very on here. So, looks like it'll be a free kick here to Nightcliff, and it's been paid 50 as well.
And the way they kept going, it could have been another 50 and dropped him right on the line, but...
Correct. So just getting their line sorted here. There'll be their captain in Ryan Nyhouse here for opportunity first score of the game. He's located well. We know he's got the distance.
That was a good 50 for Southern Districts. It was about 32, if that.
So moving forward here. Couple of steps. Drops that one in. It looks like it's going through from behind, and it has.
Yeah, just floated to the right there at the last moment.
Not the start Crossman would have wanted there, but gets them their first score on the board, albeit a minor. Kick there, puts Taj Stanley under pressure, manages to mark it before the boundary does. He's looking for options here. Might go for a centering kick there. It hasn't come off the boot the way he wanted it. It's going to get cleaned up quickly there through the hands of Zust from the Nightcliff side. Drops that one into the centre. A few people lurking for it. Picked up nice and cleanly there by Cotter. Cotter pushes that one forward. Beautiful hands from Swartz. Swartz pushes that one forward. He finds Jonathan Ross. Jonathan Ross has got open space. Puts it high, hoping to get underneath it. And he's just got it. He does a 360 there. Beautiful kick from Brander. But it's just gone through for a behind. And that's how fast this Southern District side can switch it like that, can't they, Nick?
Absolutely. They were out over the back there all the way through. The bit more accuracy with a couple of kicks there, and that was certain goal for Southern Districts.
Definitely. So they've found, this Nightcliff side has found Moody up on the wing here, grandstand wing. They've opted for a centering kick there, found through the hands of Cody Zust. Zust left boot straight into the centre. Easy mark there taken. Hand pass off to Eilert. Eilert pushes that one through there, through Darms. Darms, beautiful kick, centering kick. He's going to mark it under pressure. Southern District's defence does well there, finds Ronnie Fijo. Ronnie Fijo with just a bit of pressure, and Nightcliff doing their best to keep this one in their forward 50. It's just tapped there, still no clean possession, manages to get a clearance out again. High pressure from this Nightcliff side, but Ronnie Fijo finds some space. Opts for a centering kick. It is dangerous. A few those yellow and black jumpers, and they've been able to push that one forward. Looks like a sea of Crocs there, but it's been able to be picked up, but a tackle there laid beautifully by that defender. And he's just kicked that one there out on the full, so it will be a free kick there for this Southern District side, and a good opportunity for them just to launch this one forward. Just a chip kick in there, finds the hands of Brandon Rusker. Rusker looking for options early. Nightcliff doing a good job here to keep manned up on this side. Pushes that one in. It's a contest here. Stanley goes up and Stanley goes bang, bang. So chip kick in. Nicely done there. It's found the hands there of Roy George. Roy George goes for a further switch off to the opposite grandstand wing. Picked up beautifully by Mackenzie Slee. Mackenzie Slee goes, ops that one in, drops in, puts his player under pressure. Beautiful hand pass back into play to keep it going, but the umpire says no, that will be mine. So we'll have a ball in here.
Ground in perfect condition again here at TIO Stadium. Currently 30 degrees. Slight breeze to the right of screen at the moment to the airport end as usual this time of year.
That's it, exactly. It should be good conditions here for both sides today. No fair advantage. It's been picked up there, but boundary beats him to it. It was Cockatoo. So they've got some good strength this side with the inclusion of Cockatoo and obviously the inclusion of Waistcoat as well. They've made their impression early. It'll be a ball up here. Ryan on Buxton. Beautifully picked up there by Ryan. Ryan puts that one on the boot, looking for options there. He's found one through the hands of Ross. Ross with a step, manages to strike the tackle, moves forward, puts that one under pressure there for his fellow forwards, but it's dusted up beautifully by Eilert. Hands that beautiful chip kick. Opts for a player here through Billy Henderson. Henderson drops that one in, finds himself his teammate in Luke Wines. Wines takes a couple of bounces there, no pressure whatsoever. He drops that one in forward 50. Beautiful defensive work from the Crocs. Looking for options there, and he's found one through the hands of Smith. Smith tackled there, manages to get a hand free. Looks like McAdam finds Anderson. Anderson takes the opportunity to slow things down, opts for a kick, but he's kicked it out onto the full into his bench. So will be a kick in here, and it looks like the man Eilert will be the man with the job, kicking this one back into play.
I just think the game needs to come off by half a pace. It's just a little bit too quick at the moment. A couple of simple errors coming through, but both sides will settle down as the game gets on. That's
it. They'll find their feet and they'll work out how their opponents are moving forward, and just like that, Anderson pushes that one forward. Good late pressure there from Nightcliff. Nightcliff there turning that one over quickly through the boot of Ronaldi. It's marked there nicely through the hands of Cooper Darms, having some impressive play in these first opening minutes. Centering, beautiful kick there, creates options. That one's pushed forward, but again, the defensive work of the Crocs is just too much. Finds another player there, sock it off the ground. It'll be a foot race to it to see who can get. It's picked up, but he's tackled off it. Picked up again, there's an opportunity. Might go over the line, and it has.
Again, that just showed that half a pace there. That if the Tigers had taken a bit more shot going that ball forward, that better options. That was a bullet pass. He was never going to mark that, but they've got themselves an opportunity here.
They do. So dangerous territory here, but Crocs defence working overtime. Looks like it might be held off the play and a free kick here. Just working through the ball, and it looks like it'll be Stanley Cox from Nightcliff taking that one. a shot of the bench there. Some improvements. They've got a few on the bench there that are important for this side. You can see Cooper Darbs, you can see Eilert through there that have been impressionable in this first opening minutes this term. Just about to enter the 8.5 minute mark here at TIO Stadium. So lining up there, Stanley Cox. Short, sharp kick, looks good and he's happy about it. That's a great kick there, and that gets Nightcliff on the board with a major.
Yeah, the goal umpire didn't move at all then. Stanley Cox picked that one perfectly. Well picked up by the umpire. He definitely was held off the ball there, and that's the first goal of the evening. So 1-1 to the Tigers, 7 points. Southern Districts 1 point only where they hit the post when they actually broke out and should have probably scored a major. But I think they'll get a few tonight. They look really good. And as I said, this game just needs half a pace as we see him go up and line up again and just pop that one straight over the goal umpire's head. For 1-1-7 to 1 point here in the 9th minute mark of the first quarter.
That's it. And I believe Stanley played all of his juniors with this Nightcliff football club as well. And to see him come up through the ranks, played his first game. Good to see some families up and about at TIO Stadium, bless.
Yes.
But no, it'd be good to see, obviously, a couple of these young boys stand up. We're back in the centre here. It's been a good ruck contest today already, straight off the bat, with Ryan and Buxton. Ryan gets his hand to it first, manages to just be wrapped up quickly there. Anderson with a booming hand pass out of the centre to try and get some clearance. Picked up nicely there through the hands of the Crocs. Hand passed off again. He's looking for options forward. He floats that one high, puts the defender under pressure, and no pressure whatsoever for Ryan Nyhouse. Does that all day. A key defender and a good strength in this side.
Yeah, that certainly dropped perfectly for him then. That's his bread and butter job back there, punching that ball away, and did it as easily as you like.
That's it, and there's some dangerous territory here. We know how good the Crocs are in this forward 50. They've got some impressive forwards. The ball goes up, not touched anyone there, looking for hands to pick it up. It's wrapped up quickly. You might have him high. Umpire says, no, that one's mine.
Yeah, I think he did the drop of the shoulder there,
yes,
just to push that one away, but the umpire did a great decision, was in a perfect position as well.
Ball goes up, good ruck contest, picked up there, tries to put it on the boot, was Anderson. He's wrapped up quickly, he's looking for options here to get this one out of there. Crocs are working frantically to try and get this ball into some space, and it looks like it's gone through just for a behind there, so another minor for the Crocs off the boot of Anderson that time. Crocs taking their time, Nyhouse with the chip kick in, does well, finds the hands of Randall. Randall off to the side there, finds his teammate in Wines. Wines looking for options. Decides for a short chip kick just a couple of metres in front, does well, regains possession. Randall there from Nightcliff looking for options yet again. Crocs doing a good job to keep this game tight. Managed to get a loose player. There is a bit of a fumble on the mark there. Looks like Vile, but boundaries beat him to it, so that'll be a ball in. You can see straight off the bat there how this Croc side is limiting options, aren't they? You can see they're not gaining any territory forward, this Tigers side.
Absolutely not. They're playing very, very tight man-on-man coverage, and they have right from the word go. A couple of weeks ago, they're playing very good zone football, but this one here, they've decided to go one-on-one with Tigers, and it's working for them at the moment. They just missed a couple of opportunities of major goals.
That's it. So straight off the bat, Cockatoo trying to get that ball forward. He finds the hand of his Nightcliff opposition player. It's marked, but he's taken off it. He may be given the free there, which he is. He's been paid the mark. That is Slee looking for options to get that one back into their forward line. Again, Nightcliff doing just as a good job there to limit options for him. That one goes in, goes high. No clear mark there. Few players lurking. No clear possession. Umpire says that's mine. So we'll have another ball up here. Frantic footy. It's tight contest footy. Again, great ruck contest there. Finds the boot of Philo. Philo pushes that one, trying to find some space. It's a high contest there. No one with it. Looks like Roy George got a boot to it. Just trickling to open space, and that one's gone over the boundary line. But again, making its way forward for this Nightcliff side.
Southern Districts have played pretty good handball football all season. They haven't really set that game out going yet. They've decided, obviously, to try and limit what the Tigers can do early. But don't be surprised later in the game if they start knocking that ball around and running from defence pretty well. Yeah,
definitely. So we've got ball up there. Not a huge contest for the ruckman, not challenged there, but it's found Southern Districts and booted forward. High pressure situation there and laid well, but it's come off the boot well. Pushing forward, trying to find someone and options in the forward. It's run over the defender. Cheeky kick back into play here. It's just about who's going to pick it up. They've got Ross lurking there, but stumbles through from behind. Good work there from the Nightcliff defenders.
Yeah, Cammy Ollett showed his experience there. He conveniently knocked that onto his own foot in for a behind.
Yes.
He's probably done that a couple of hundred times in training and thought he was an opportunity.
That's it. So we can see here, Ryehouse to Darms. Darms moved back here, spent the opening few minutes of the term in the forward. Moved back there, finds the hands of Rinaldi. Rinaldi again looking for a few options here. He's got Petros Politis and Bailey Edwards on the wing if he opts to choose for it. He's opted for a booming kick into the centre. It was Mackenzie Slee who went high. However, he spilt the mark. It's being pushed forward there, socked forward. It might be Adrian Scott with hands of the footy first. It is. He takes a bounce. It looks good. That's a second bounce. A bit of a fumble. Hand pass in. Beautiful vision from Scott, but it might get cut off by defenders. Looks like it will. It's a bit of a tug of war to see he can get contact to that footy first. And the umpire said, I'll have a ball up. Wasn't that brilliant from Scott?
Absolutely. Maybe one bounce too much, and the Nightcliff guy was very lucky there not to get pinged for pulling that ball back under as well. He was on the right side of the umpire. So he got away with that one, but still an opportunity for him.
That's it. Scott again with the right boot. Just gone across the face. Ball in play. Cooper Darms absolutely everywhere today. Opts for a check side kick and he's happy with it.
Yes.
And just like that, Nightcliff go bang. They've got a second goal on the board here and just extends and gives them a bit of control here leading into, we know, the surge that's going to come from this district side.
Yeah, 10-point lead now. 2 goals, 113 to 3 points to Southern Districts. 14.5-minute mark of the first quarter. As you watch, he picks this up.
How's the control?
The South Australian check side, or the banana as they call it.
Yeah. Beautifully done.
Well done. There must be a South Australian in there somewhere with him. Is there? He must be. He did that too well.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
so,
there you go. Hey,
spent a bit of time in the sample there.
Yeah.
Yes.
They do that at training in South Australia.
Yes, they certainly do. And so he's pulled that one from the archives from his home roots. So.
Yes, I see that a couple of times at Alberton Oval in my life. But
a bit of a flashback for you,
yeah,
Nancy.
it was a bit.
Oh, good.
Usually I'm in the cheapest seats behind the bow, though, but that's another story.
The ball goes up again and no one's got clear possession, but it looks like, just push forward there. Islet's trying to dust up a bit of work and get a clearance. It's quick. No one's got possession as of yet. It's a tug of war. It's got clear there through the hands of Islet, though, and Islet hands that one off to Zust. Zust pushes that one forward, trying to find an option forward. Adrian Scott lurking again. He does a 360, boots that one short, sharp, and it bounces. It looks good. This Nightcliff side.
He enjoyed that.
He deserved it too. He tried a few times not a few minutes ago and he said, nah, give it back to me. I want another crack at it. And he's absolutely crushed it. So if we get a chance to watch the replay back here. Look at this impressive play. He looks for options and goes, nah, I want to go right from the paint. And he does. He does it well and he's happy about it.
And to be fair with him, there was no one in front of him. So we didn't have much option. There was no one. There wasn't a full forward leading out and he's ignored him. There wasn't much other options.
That's it.
So he's taken the opportunity and knocked it through. So 2 great goals in a row for the Tigers. 3 goals won, 19 to 3 behinds for Southern Districts. 16.5-minute mark in the first quarter.
Wondering if they're getting some really good control out of the centre here in Nightcliff. I just noticed Jed Anderson on the bench. So I wonder if that's having an effect on this Nightcliff surge in the last few minutes. Have a look here. It's picked up beautifully there through the hands of Nightcliff. Nightcliff surging forward again, trying to get that ball into space, which they do. Oh, beautiful one-handed bounce and pick up from Adrian Scott.
2-2.
He says, don't worry about it.
This is an easy game of football. Hey, how hard is this?
He's making it look easy.
Yeah, 3 kicks for the day, 2 goals. He's having a good day.
His control of the football there, if we get the replay to watch back, this bounce was incredible here. So you can see it starts off early by this kick in there by, I want to say it's Edwards. Edwards pushes that one forward. It's spilt over the top there. And you can see a few players going to mark. It's this here that I'm impressed with. That was stunning. That bounce, one-hand pick up and that kick, stunning.
Yeah, he bounced himself there with his right hand and then he managed to fall perfectly for him. And
the composure to regain control of that footy, so well done. So defenders taking a little break there. You can see Nyhouse on the bench. So we'll see what happens here with this centre clearance. So we'll have a look. Looks like Cyprus. Hart in the centre, beautiful ball up. He's done well. Looks like that was Stanley Cox who's won the hit out, but Ball will be called back. A little bit of rough and tumble there, but it'll go to Districts. So a bit of a switch here than the last few minutes. Coming off the boot early there through Swartz. Swartz loads that one in, but it's defended well by Norton. Picked up there by Ross. Ross looking for options. It's just very well defended again by this Nightcliff side. Stanley waistcoat looking for options. He's found one through Cockatoo. Cockatoo miraculously finds and gets a boot to it, but it's chopped off there by Eilert. Eilert here with that. Might be a free kick with that tackle. Back to Cockatoo. Yes, it is. So he's looking for options here to try and for a centering kick. You can see he tried to attempt it.
He's a bit unlucky there because he did grab him and try to think, and I think his kicking motion made the tackle look worse than it did because he swung around on his own boot. But they're protecting the head, and that's exactly what the umpires have got to do. That's
exactly right. So we're having a look here. He did try to pass this one off, but he's backing himself in there. It's a booming kick. It's got the distance. It's the accuracy. And it looks like it may have just gone across the face. So he'll only be rewarded a minor for that one.
Hit the post again. So second poster there for Southern Districts. And it was the same post again.
So trusted hands of Cameron Eilert out. Push that one forward there through Henderson. Again, Southern Districts doing a good job here of keeping this game tight and minimising options for them to get a clearing 50. Boost that one forward almost to the centre. Found the hands there of Taj Stanley. Taj Stanley manages to get a boot to it. It's marked beautifully by Petros Politis. Put it on the boot there was Wines. It's a high kick. No, it's spilt. Been picked up there, dusted up beautifully by Sam Smith. Sam Smith runs that one through, gets the hand pass back. Pressure there from the Nightcliff defence. Hands pass again. Sam Smith all over this like a rash. Goes forward again. Still no clear contact. Might be a free there for in the back. We'll have a look when this ball comes back.
You're watching AFL-NT's coverage of the 23-24 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin on a beautiful night, currently 30 degrees, and the weather's been perfect for us late this afternoon. Looked like storms early, but perfect right now.
That's it, and this is the man himself, Stanley Waistcoat, who we know this is within his measure. He's got a beautiful kick, so we'll see what he musters up here. Slow little march in, opts for the right boot, looks good. And he says, yes, thank you very much, I'll have that. And he puts Districts on the board for their first major.
Yeah, I watched him get his first goal of the season, and he had a good night that night. And I said he might keep himself in the side. I don't think he's been dropped since, and he's kicked the first one tonight. So 4-1-25 to 1-4-10 just in the time on here in the first quarter.
That's it. You look at him here, his celebrations are always some of the best. He loves it. So that's good there. It's keeping Southern Districts very much as part of this game. It's a low-scoring quarter, Nick.
Yes, but Nightcliff have just taken the pace off a little bit and look a bit better when they go forward. It was a free kick there that gave Southern Districts that opportunity, and they took it well. But at the moment, I'm very impressed with the way Nightcliff are playing.
That's it. No, it's interesting. They're doing a really good job. You can see there's a few calls here from the back line there through Brett Kennedy, just telling everyone to slow down to regain control and composure right now. So we'll see what happens here. We've got Cooper Darms in a change of position again into the centre. Centre bounce. Ball goes up. Favours the Nightcliff ruckman. Cameron Eilert under pressure there from Anderson. Picked up there through Moody. Moody gets that one out. He finds his opponent there in Taj Stanley. Taj Stanley with a chip kick, centering kick in, and it's just spoilt there through Norton. Still no clear composure there. Nightcliff defenders working hard, managed to get a hand pass to it, but it's turned over just like that by Swartz. They wanted to run with it, Nightcliff, but it has been pulled back. So just a chip kick there off the boot of Rinaldi. Rinaldi does well to find Randall. Oh, just overshot the mark there, and it'll go through for a boundary throw in.
Difficult opportunity there for the Tigers guy on the wing. That was right at his toes, and he was either going to knock that forward or it was going to clean bowl him, and it clean bowled him.
Correct. So it'll be a bit of a reset here. Ball goes up. Done well. Ruckman there through the hands of Ryan, marks that himself off the throw-in, pushes that one forward. He finds Jonathan Ross. Jonathan Ross with a centering kick, hoping to find a player there. He just fumbles the mark a little bit, and it's just been beaten by the boundary. So it'll be a boundary throw-in in the Southern District's forward 50. So another throw in. These boundary umpires are working hard tonight in the opening term. It's a great contest here. Hands to it early. Picked up off the deck there by Rinaldi. Looks good. Looks like it's off the boot there of Anderson, but unfortunately just gone across the face. But it's Stanley Waistcoat down there.
Oh!
Jeez.
That didn't look good. I mean, he was trying to do the right thing and trying to stop it from being a point,
yeah,
being deliberate. Waistcoat tackled him and he didn't have much choice. And in the end, the postcode in the road, they're going to give it a point.
Yeah.
But he's up.
Not intentional by any means by Waistcoat, no. Just doing what he can to obviously get control and composure of that footy. I just hope that player is all right, making his way towards the bench now. So taking his place here in the goal square and opting for the run and carry was Norton. Norton shoots that one long. It comes into a field of players there, not cleanly picked up. It's a bit of a scurry to get possession here, but it's found the hands there. A bit of a bounce. Still no clear possession. We've just takes one bounce there, pushes it forward. He's got his second bounce. It's looking beautiful. He opts for a chip kick in. He might go all the way.
And he does.
Just like that. That was stunning from Tristan Singh-Lippo. The Tiwi Bombers export right into this Nightcliff Tigers side, and he goes bang from the centre. We watch this back here. He does well to watch that there's an opportunity here for a pick-up. You see him lurking early in the piece, and he manages to just get a beautiful break in space. This bounce and this run and carry that he does through here. Second bounce puts it forward. These blue boots go bang from about 55 out, and the trickle right into the goal square and through the big sticks is phenomenal. Brody Filo's just as happy about it by the look of it.
Yeah, no, that was a good one there. So 5 goals, 131 to 1-4-10. So a 21-point lead to the Tigers at the 24, coming up the 25th minute mark of the first quarter. Not much left of this quarter, you wouldn't think.
No, it's only a goal scoring quarter, so it's no clear possession there. Ruckman does what he can to get that one out. It's Philo who finds a little bit of space but gets wrapped up quickly by this Crocodiles side. Petro Pilatus working over, trying to get a bit of a clearance there. Can't do it, but it's picked up beautifully by the hands of Zach Moody. Moody pushes that one forward, trying to find an option, and he does within Bailey Edwards. Edwards taking the opportunity to slow down and look for options. Found one there through the hands. Unfortunately spilt mark, and that was Buxton. Buxton keeps that one in play, pushes it forward, but it looks like it's been turned over there by Southern Districts. Southern Districts through the foot there of Michael Bowden, but big mark and jump there from Buxton. So we'll see. Yep, he's been paid. So just, again, Buxton looking for options. Beautiful mark, tall mark, strong mark. So we'll see what happens here. Boost that one forward on the left boot. Sam Smith tries to take a flyer, unfortunately spills the mark. He's still chasing after it, working forward. This Nightcliff forward line and their centres trying to keep this one and control. Hand pass over the top from Philo. It might reach the boundary line before the player can get to it, and it has. So we'll have a ball in here, just outside the Nightcliff 50. Ball goes up. Contest there. It was Buxton with his hands to it first. And that looks like Tristan Singh-Lippo again trying to get his hands on it. He might have got a free with that one in the back. Umpire says, yeah, and there it is. So siren, he will have that there. Siren ends the first quarter of footy here, Nick.
Yeah, no, he was thinking about having a shot, so it's quarter time here at TIO Stadium. Nightcliff, a nice handy lead, 5 goals, 131 to 1 goal for 10 points. We'll be back here shortly here at TIO Stadium.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
And a bit of constructive talk. I know it's hard, we've been all from the same footy club, but we've come together for this. Show that passion in the NT Guernsey, get in their face.
Here at TIO Stadium in Darwin.
Played their hearts out, and obviously it's not what we play 6-6-6 and 7 on the bench, so it was a little bit different, but you know what, we can't ask for anything more. The girls put their bodies on the line, and they went in and they went hard, and some of it was unrewarded, but that's footy.
Welcome back, ladies and gents, to second quarter action here at TIO Stadium for round 8 action. We have Nightcliff Tigers taking on Southern Districts 5-1-31 to Southern Districts 1-4-10. Dominant first half of footy there from the Tigers. Be interesting to see how the Crocs bounce back here. Just a moment away from centre bounce. So ball up there. It's been a great contest there between Ryan and Buxton all afternoon, but it's found the boot of Philo. Philo kicks it into space. Nightcliff player needs to get there before the boundary does. However, boundary just eats that one up, and it'll be a boundary throw in there in the metres away from the Nightcliff forward 50. So we'll see what magic we can muster up here. Ball goes up. Great contest there. No clear control. Philo does what he can to get control to it early, but it finds the hands of Fijo. Fijo working hard, gets that one out into space, pushes forward, finds Stanley Waistcoat. He'll be in a foot race here with his co-pilot there in just a push in the back. So it'll just be a ball in here, and how the game is switched on its head now. We're just in the centre of the ground here, waiting for the ruckman to get into place. Ball goes up. Good hands there by Southern Districts, trying to find a player in space. Goes high over the top of Islet, and it's been wrapped up again. Be another ball up. Ball goes up there, no control, might be holding, which it is. It's a quick play on there. No, umpire has called them back. So with the ball there is Ryan, and unfortunately it's just a Nightcliff player running through the protected zone there, has given a 50 to this Southern District side. And it'll be the man, the ruckman, Ryan, taking the kick for Southern Districts here. Just the one major on the board so far. So kicking from about 30 or so out here. Only a few Crocs players making their way to the centre goal square. Marches in well, it looks good. Puts that one through. He's happy with it, and so's the rest of the Crocs side, and the umpire says, yes, you can have that one there. And just like that, the Crocs bounce back. So they've taken advantage of a 50 there, and they needed to, this district side, just to keep them well and a part of this game. So we're having a look here. Beautiful kick off the boot there from the ruckman in Ryan. And puts a little bit of surge back into this Crocs side. So we're just making our way back to the centre. Centre bounce might be called back, a little bit off there, which it has been. Unfortunate for Josh Cooper. Ball goes up, spilt over the top. It looks like Anderson getting a hand to it first. Finds there Taj Stanley. Taj Stanley puts that one on the boot. Ronnie Fijo just a spilt mark, and it'll be Moody that takes advantage of it. Pushes it forward. Tristan Singling-Po taken high. Umpire hasn't seen it. Move forward. Gets pushed over the hands there through Smith. Finds the hands there of Fijo. Fijo pops that one on the boot high, and brilliantly taken there by Rusker. Rusker with a quick play on there, trying to find Fijo again, which he does. Oh, bit of a dummy, and a dummy again, gets past two, does get wrapped up, but manages to get rid of it fast enough through the hands of Ryan. Ryan with a hand pass there, little bit of a spilt mark, but manages to get control again. Finds the hands off a bounce there of Jack Palmer. Palmer pushing that one forward off the boot again. Into space there, and well marked there by Bowden. Bowden playing on quickly. Cockatoo looking for options. Short chip kick in. Finds Anderson. Anderson with a bit of a dummy, cheeky little kick in. It might not be what the forwards are asking for, and it's picked up quickly by Philo. Onto the boot there of Norton. Goes high, there's a few flyers. No, kicked out of space. It'll be Anderson doing the mopping up again and attempting getting the forward line. Spills over, but comes off the boot of Bowden. Bowden putting that one in and puts, looks like Bo Swartz. Beautiful mark under pressure there from Norton. And he quickly plays on here, looks for a snap, attempts for it. And he says yes. That's another one on the board for there for this surging Southern District side. Brings them up 5-1-31 to the Crocs 3-5. 23. So as we're moving forward here, just like that, we have a resurgence. And that snap was stunning. Beautiful kick there. Just making our way back to the centre here. Good play there from Districts to get some clearance and some coverage. So you can see some coaching here through Ruska, just talking to Taj Stanley. So we're back in the centre for a bounce. Bounce goes up, looks good. Touch there, ended by Ryan. Moved forward. It's a bit of a rat race to get there first. Spills over the mark. Unfortunately, Eyelet, but it finds the hands of Cooper Darms. Darms pushes that one forward, but it's cleaned up nicely by the Crocs defender. Finding in space, though, was Bailey Edwards being able to turn this game around. Pushes that one forward, looking for a forward. Unfortunately, it's chopped off there and done well by Sam Smith. Pushing forward there for the Crocs, moving it forward, trying to find a space, which he does. Beautifully marked and taken there by Anderson. Chip kick in, beautiful mark by Bowden. Bowden looking for options in the forward 50. He's put his player under pressure. He's got to get control early. Unfortunately, Boundary beats him to it. It'll be a ball in. So players flooding backwards here for Nightcliff here, try to even up numbers. Ball goes up. Good ruck contest there. No clear owner of the footy. Looks like Bander that's been able to break away with it, but it's all spilt mark there. Does what he can. Hands off to Philo. Philo kicking that at a clearing kick, trying to find who he can. It looks like Roy George flew, just didn't get hands to the footy. Picked up nicely there, however, turned over quickly by Swartz. Swartz at a running goal. He goes bang! And that's Southern Districts with another goal in a matter of minutes here at TIO Stadium. That's Nightcliff 5-1-31 to Southern Districts 4-5-29. And just like that, Southern Districts have turned this game around. That was beautiful play there from this Southern District side. And if we get the replay, we can see Bo Swartz and how magic he was with the footy. So we see a little bit of work here. Picked up nicely there through the hands of Slee. Little bit of pressure, but it's that advantage taken by Swartz there to put that one on the boot and go bang, which he does. And then all of a sudden it's a 2-point ball game and they flip the switch on this one. You can see Crocs there just working through a few movements, and obviously what's happened at quarter time has worked well for them in this change of direction in this district side. So we're back into the centre here with a ball up. As I said, 2-point ball game, just like that, entering the 8-minute mark here of the second quarter. Ball goes up, Ryan with the advantage early, but umpire has called that one back and it'll be another ball up. So as we're having a look here, ball goes up. It's been a great contest between these ruckmen all afternoon. No clear control early, but it's the tap early from the Nightcliff that gets turned over. Looking for options there. He finds a bounce and pushes that one through forward there in Ryan. Ryan pushing forward, looking for options. It might be Waistcoat that runs onto it. He's under pressure, shrugs it off. A little check slide kick. And just like that, Southern Districts have hit the front. That was phenomenal, and that is a second one on the board for Waistcoat and puts them in the lead. 5-5-35. We watch the replay here. You can see it's done well out of pressure, but this composure here by the ruckman in Ryan to get some clearance and boost that one into the forward 50. He's set up well. Waistcoat waits for a bounce, patient with it, shrugs off the tackle and just check side kick. Beautifully done. And just joining me in the commentary box, how are you, Stu Davis?
Good, thanks, Tara. Made the emergency rush here, but looks like a good game. I've just walked into the ground, so couldn't tell you anything about what's happened here so far. That's
why I'm here, Stu. It was an absolute dominant first half of footy from Nightcliff. They had good composure the whole way around, but in the last just under 10 minutes here of footy, it's like Southern Districts have kicked 4 goals. Wow. So to even this contest up, it's a 4-point ball game. Ruckman have been at it all afternoon, pushing it forward, socket off the deck there by Zeus. Socket right back into the centre there, but it looks like it's a hurried foot forward there with it, but he's managed to hand pass it off. pushing forward into space, looking for options in the forward, but defended well. He's got one arm to it, being held without it. Sam Smith working overtime for the Crocs in defence, but it's Philo who's managed to get a hand to it quick. It goes high, looking for options. Unfortunately spilt there. He's wrapped up quickly by the Nightcliff Tigers there.
Yeah, pretty good pressure down there, and a forward entry from Nightcliff that they would have been looking for, but pretty tight in at the moment.
That's it. So need an option here, Nightcliff, to get back on the board and get a bit of control back in the game, and it looks like they've done so, but a quick short little error there has turned that around. It looks like Roy George with composure and getting this one out of the forward 50. Finds McAdam, back to Roy George. Hand pass under pressure does well, but it's turned over just like that by Nyhouse, who's moved himself forward into an essential position there. He looks like he's found Kyle Emery.
It is Emery, and he'll be kicking from about the 50-metre mark, and how's the breeze? Oh, yeah, a little bit there, just catching up with things here, but yeah, it's a pretty good kick normally. He's gone back pretty confidently. He's gone back about 50 metres for his run up, so
I think by the time he gets to it, he might be about 60 out, Stu. But he's backing himself in, and I've seen him kick it before. A couple of steps in. Booming kick off the right boot. Might drop short, so we'll see what options are on the goal line. Might need a snap here, but it's cleaned up well by the Crocs defender. Finds a safe hands there of Ronnie Fijo. Fijo working that one in. Opts for a centering kick on the wing. Bounce there doesn't favour the Nightcliff player, and coming in to try and sweep things up was Waistcoat, but it's picked up there by Henderson, however played on really quickly. Nightcliff working overtime, looks like trying to get under it with Scott. Scott marked it beautifully, plays on quickly through the hands of Moody. Moody just chips that one in, and it's done well. Beautiful chip kick in, read the play well, and his forward has thanked him for it. That's Jackson Grundy kicking from about 30 out right in front.
Yeah, good use of the ball going inside that time, and you were talking about the ruck contest before. It's one that I was looking forward to all week, with Buxton back in the side for Nightcliff up against Wyatt Ryan, who was really impressive when I saw districts last week. So yeah, and obviously the two strong midfields that are really evenly matched. So no surprise that the scores are so close.
And he's done it. It looks beautiful. A beautiful kick into the forward and a beautiful mark, and followed up by a beautiful kick. So he's done well there. Nightcliff still remaining very much a part of this game, and puts them in front by about 2 points. We're looking at the replay here. This beautiful short, sharp chip kick in, and it's read well by that forward there. Taken beautifully.
Yeah, Grundy on the end of that one, and the set shot was no problem whatsoever. And what looks to be a bit of a steadier for Nightcliff sees them get their noses back in front by a couple of points. Yeah, so just came from a pretty good game down at Gardens Oval, Tara, with Tars getting up over the Buffaloes down there, but we're back underway again, as it's just a stoppage in the middle. We saw Fijo and Roy George involved in play earlier on. They were both impressive last week in District's win over Wanderers, as Nightcliff win the clearance forward. Just shrugging the tackle there was Zach Moody, but the tackle caught him high anyway, and he'll go back and take the free kick. He's just outside 50. He's looking for leads forward. He sees something he likes and chips in short, and that's a good kick and a good mark. And it looks like Cooper Darms on the end of that one, and Darms is on the scoreboard already, Tara, and was kicked 3 or 4 last week, I think, in a losing game against Buffaloes. So he's got the opportunity with a set shot here. Cooper Darms, of course, comes here from Central Districts in the SANFL, as does Wyatt Ryan, the big ruckman on the opposition side. So they're pretty good mates, I think. But Darms, almost the worst kick of all time. Squirted it off the outside of the boot and out of bounds on the full.
Of all times, too. I apologise to Cooper Darms and his family watching at home. So it will just like that be turned over by Districts here and running that ball forward. Trying to find options here on the grandstand wing. It was Waistcoat that went high, but no clear control of the footy early. And it looks like Nyhouse trying to do a little mop-up work through the hands of Cox as well. So it'll be a ball in.
Stanley Cox to do the ruck work for Nightcliff against the big unit Wyatt Ryan. So Cox just works his way to the front, gets a fist to the ball, but at ground level, Eilert gets the hand pass over the top. Almost held without the ball down there, the Nightcliff player, but big Wyatt Ryan reaches in, gets a hand pass out wide to George. Some clever footwork, almost gets past an opponent, gets his hand pass out anyway, and a quick kick comes forward. It's a bit of a scrubber kick. George in there again, gets it over to Ryan, who bangs it on the left foot and gets it down towards the wing, cutting across there for Nightcliff. The tackle was made, and now they've got the ball inside forward 50 Districts, but that was well read in defence by Mitchell Norton, and he switches to the outer side of the ground where Bailey Edwards has made some space, and he goes further afield to Cameron Eilert, who's worked out to the half-back flank there. That's not his best kick as it bounces and is chopped off by Districts out there. Anderson swings back on the left foot and now kicks long down towards half forward, looking for Bowden down there, but just couldn't get over the top, and Eilert once again just coolly picks it up and chips it into Bailey Edwards, who again chips around the outer side of the ground, and Nightcliff looking to go forward is just knocked away from Moody down there, but he recovers and gets a kick inboard. Good defensive work, sees the ball forced out of the back half, but Nightcliff again with the chance as the ball goes to the top of the goal square. Roy George back there read it beautifully off the hands and picks up and clears to the outer side, but Nightcliff are set up pretty well again. It's not forward. Districts with their hands on the ball out there, with Fijo caught in the tackle. In fact, it was Smith who was caught in the tackle out there. Sam Smith, back from years away in Adelaide, I believe,
yes,
Tara.
Yes, making his return to NTFL footy. Spent a bit of time in the NT Thunder program as well, so it's good to see him back in a Crocs kit as the ball comes back into play there. A little bit of a contest, no clear possession early. It's a bit of a tug of war to try and get control out of these contested possessions, but it's picked up nicely by Ross. He's tackled hard there by Brett Kennedy, but pushes forward. Nice clearing kick there, taken in the hands of Wines. Wines looking for options here. He's got a few in the centre, which he might make a chip kick as long as he's not beaten by Waistcoat. Philo manages to keep composure and get that ball. He pushes into another centering kick, hoping to find the hands there, but unfortunately gets dropped off. He manages to keep composure and pushes that one through the Nightcliff player. It'll bounce, but just bounces just through the hands there, but it's George again with the clean-up, working overtime. He finds Rusko off a little bit of a tumbled ball. He jumps high, does well there through Nakia Cockatoo. Anderson hands that one off, but it's just not a clean pick up there by Slee, and turned over just like that by the Nightcliff side, and turned over again by this Croc side. Beautiful hands through Bowden, but he's just taken over the line. It might be, they've called it a mark. So he's looking for options here. He's got Taj Stanley calling for it, but he's opted for a high centering kick into their forward 50. There's a few flyers. It's dangerous territory here for Waistcoat. He's pressured off it, and he might have gotten a free.
No, it's been called a throw, so incorrect disposal there, and Nightcliff the chance to just settle again as Henderson got that free kick, and they work it to the out back pocket where Nyhouse had a bit of space, and he drills the pass forward, finding Darms, who gave it off to a running teammate who kicks long down towards half forward. In front, getting his hands to the ball was Cotter, but Malera it was, but couldn't hold on to the mark, and now we've got a stoppage at half forward for Nightcliff.
It's been like this all game, just a tug of war of control, trying to get into their forward 50s, but both defensive areas working very hard.
George again doing plenty of work across half back for Districts, and they managed to get it out. Bit of a nudge there. Play on's the call as the hand pass comes out the back. Nyhouse sweeps a wide one out to Darms, and He gets it to Vile, who's put his teammate under a bit of pressure there with a bit of a floater out wide, but Nightcliff still get it forward, but it's wide out there and out of bounds on the full, so it'll be Jordan Cotter to bring the ball back into play for Southern Districts.
So he's got a few options short, but you can't imagine that's the preferred way they want to get out of this, Crocs. They want to get this ball down the ground as easy as possible. He's pushed that one there opposite grandstand wing. Spilt mark there. No clear possession. Working hard there on the ground was Randall, but it's turned over quickly and pushed forward. Flying high was the ruckman in Buxton. Spilt mark, but finds the hands of Emery. Emery pushes that one forward, looking for options. Lurking back there. He hand passes that one off. He finds Zust. Oh, just across for a behind.
Cody Zust, of course, I think it's his third game for Nightcliff. Kicked 5 on debut, and looks like he'll be an important player for them as the season progresses.
So just a chip kick, a dangerous kick here with how powerful this Nightcliff forward line is. Put his player under pressure there in Slee. He's done a quick hand pass there off. Crocs trying to move this ball forward, which they are. They're hand passing galore at the moment. He finds Ronnie Fijo on the wing there. It looks like Tristan Singlippo might be a bit of danger to him, which he is. Waistcoat trying to get involved. A hand pass over the back there, over the top of Slee. Working hard there, but it looks like Taj Stanley's been able to get control of that footy again, just wrapped up. This Nightcliff Tigers side not giving them an inch. Umpire says, nah, it'll be a ball up.
It's pretty tight and close. No easy ball in there as Ethan Maney stands up and hands the ball back. And in the ruck contest now, it's the big fella Buxton who won the hit out, but there's a free kick here for holding. Gee, they're bright boots. And it's a free kick to Singlippo to Cameron Eilert, and Eilert chips it around the boundary line where the mark is taken by Darms once again. It's a better looking kick as he kicks in towards the corridor, but it's chopped off in defence by Sam Smith. Smith short to Rigney at half-back for Southern Districts, and they just settle things down a bit, looking for options. Nightcliff pretty well set up behind, so Rigney switches to the outer side of the ground, or just a bit of a lapse of concentration there. Saw the mark spilt by Mazzini, and that's allowed Nightcliff in with a looping hand pass over the top. It just slips out of the hands of Zeus, who almost scooped that one up, and that's the way. Oh, there's a free kick to Nightcliff, in fact, and advantage has been paid, and easy as you like. It's just a walk-through goal for Kyle Emery.
So just like that, that smart play there to keep playing on and using that advantage before the Crocs player could set up. We watch it here. Ball goes in, beautiful hand pass over the top there. Spilt mark a little bit there, put under pressure there. Sam Smith working overtime for the Crocs, but manages to get a little bit of a clearance. Yeah,
he's just hanging on to the jumper, Smith.
And Kyle Emery taking advantage of it and goes bang and just puts them that little bit more in front, this Nightcliff side. We saw such a surge in the opening few minutes of this quarter from Southern Districts, but the same way that it went in the first quarter, they've been able to just regain possession and get on the scoreboard, this Tigers side.
So a 9-point margin to Nightcliff now. We're 23 and a half minutes into this second quarter. Doing the ruck work for Districts was Jager Cockatoo, but now at ground level, Bo Schwartz looking for options, gives off by hand, and Districts have worked it down towards half forward. Anderson gets it on the rebound, tumbles a kick inside forward 50, but working across half-back, Wines picked up and hand-passed out to Nyhouse. He's tackled as he went to kick, and that was enough to put him off balance and make the ball slew off the outside of the boot and over on the full, and Bowden will take the free kick on the outer side.
So Bowden looking for options here. Nightcliff doing a good job to keep this forward line wrapped up, but it's a beautiful kick and a beautiful mark there taken by what looks like Brander. It's a tight angle here. You can see Stanley Waistcoat lurking in the goal square as well, maybe for a little bit of cherry picking action. Maybe a bit of a run up too, actually. So we'll have a look here, see what Brander can do with this on this angle. Wind not really supporting him by any means. Very still out there.
Oh, yes.
I held my breath. Phenomenal. What a kick. That is a tough angle, and it would have been from about 50-odd metres out, and he just goes bang. Phenomenal there from Brander, and that's a brilliant inclusion in this side. So that's a smart decision from the Crocs to get him as a part of this side. He's already made his mark. So we watch this kick here, chip kick in, and that look at this strong mark from Brander. Under pressure there.
He was Mitch Norton. He's a pretty dour defender, but strong mark, and gee, that's a fantastic set shot goal from deep out wide. Just had the carry over the line, and yeah, he's celebrating as you'd expect he would.
I was scared to say anything, then I might put the ball off or something. I just didn't want to. But no, fantastic. And we'll have a reset here, and just like that, it's another 3-point ball game. Ball goes up into the centre. It's been a good contest all day, but it's Buxton that gets a hand to it far first. But it's Anderson turning it over for the Crocs, doing a bit of a turn there, but it's turned over just like that by Philo from the Tigers. Under it, looked like Tristan Singlipo doing a bit of work there, but getting his hands to it first, and a hand pass off was the Tigers. Through the hands there of Rinaldi. Rinaldi drops that one in, hoping to find a forward, but it's spilt there by the good pressure of the Crocs defence. And just like that, it's turned over.
Singlipo taking that intercept mark from Anderson, kicking while he was laying on the ground, basically. But Singlipo kicking long inside forward 50 now. Big leap at the ball, just slipping out of the hands there of Randall, and District's able to get something of a clearing kick away. Bowden flicks a hand pass over the top, but it's called a throw, and so it'll be a free kick to Philo about 70 metres out from goal. Runs down now, goes for the barrel all the way down to the forward pocket there. No mark taken, but a few claims on it as it's seen over the boundary line by Matt Mazzini.
So it'll be an umpire's throw in here. We're in the hot red zone here for this Nightcliff forward. So we'll see what happens here. It's been a great ruck contest all afternoon, but it looks like Cox will be in here for the ruck for the Tigers as the ball goes up. It was Cox that got a hand to it first, but it's all George. George working overtime to get that a clearing kick. Just like that, that's the siren there for the first half of footy here at TIO Stadium. Nightcliff 7-2-44 to Southern District 6-5-41. You're watching AFLNT and AMT News' coverage of the 2023-24 TIO NTFL season. We'll be back right after halftime.
You are one of over 148,000 people living in an area at risk of being affected by a cyclone this wet season. In your cyclone kit, you'll need a battery-operated radio, a torch with spare batteries, enough food, and at least 10 litres of water per person to sustain you and your family for 72 hours or more. All important documentation such as passports, treasured photos, and insurance policies should be kept in a safe and waterproof place. Be prepared this wet season.
Ball comes out, St Mary's go forward, inside forward 50, that's their first inside forward 50. The big man Korowa runs after the footy, kicks a goal and nails the first one. 50 seconds in, if you don't mind. St Mary's on the board, 1 straight 6, the Bombers yet to score. Fantastic. And the best player, I reckon, so far, Edward Puruntatameri done for the Bombers. They go forward and over the back. And the noted goal kicker, and inside 40 seconds. Lovely goal there. And that was by Roy Cantilla. I reckon he threw that. Gets the ball up to Heenan. Heenan normally very good with the kick. Kicks on goal. Pick up that player. Pick up that player in the middle of the ground. Was that our skipper? I reckon that's our skipper, Brendan Cantilla. What a goal! And in the quarter, tossed in by the boundary umpire. Korowa in front, picked up and does it easy. How easy is this game? Jack Klusky. Conway gets it forward. Handball out. Another handball wide. Not sure why he went wide. See who that player is out there, because that was nice. Teammate forward, Clues.
Into the pocket.
Klusky goes for it. Beautifully done. And number four coming up 3 this turn for Jackson Calder. Darley, one bounce. Onto the right foot. Got a player forward. In they go. Cantilla runs into an open goal for him and nails it 2 on the trot.
That is exactly what we were looking for from the Tiwi Bombers.
Just the ball out wide to Souter. Souter goes across the face of goal. Dylan Lant, the skipper, kicks on goal and absolutely nails it. Hard after the football, Ted Castle. Ted Castle across the body, looking for Corowa. Corowa, a direct shot on goal, and Tex Corowa.
He's nailed that.
My word, he has. He's got 3. Long way from goal. There's no
Only one man inside forward 50 for the
down there.
Saints.
Can Corowa take the mark? He can't take the mark, but he gets the ball, knocks it down, runs his full measure, kicks on the left, and Corowa has done a fantastic job. Well done to him. To Offermans. Brave, very brave there by Vallejo. They lay it off.
Another one.
Handball in, handball running past. Onto the left boot, inside forward 50. Kick on goal. Is that another one?
It is indeed.
Is that another one? It is. That's Jack Klusky. He has 3. That's Roy Cantilla. One way, then the other. Picked up by Rioli. Rioli kicks on goal, but unfortunately across the face. Still in play. Stanley Tipalura across his shoulders, and I reckon he's nailed it. I reckon Stanley has nailed it. He has. Probably too little, too late, perhaps. He rucked, he roved, he got the forward inside forward 50. There goes Calder. Calder gets it out to Lant, and is Lant got number 4?
Oh, he has too. Yes, he has.
He has got number 4. Handball back. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Missed.
There it is. Well, it was a pretty dominant win for St. Mary's in the end. 22-14, 146 to the Tiwi Bombers, 10-13, 73.
So we're here on a Friday night for our NAB AFL Auskick, where we run a girls only option, and the kids are pumped, ready to rock and roll and have some fun with the footies.
We signed our daughter up for Auskick because her big brother did Auskick last year and she just loves it. I thought signing her up for a girls only group would be a great chance for her to kind of be with some friends in a comfortable environment.
The thing about a girls only team that I think Zoe really enjoys is that she gets to run around with like-minded girls. They get distracted, they do cartwheels, they hold hands, they sing. It just makes it a bit more of a fun experience.
I like Auskick because I get to play with my sister. We love Auskick!
A number of parents have asked if their daughter has to be in your girls group, and they don't. There will be some girls that will naturally just gravitate to brothers or cousins and join the boys group and have just as much fun if it were to be single sex. So yeah, there's definitely options there every Friday night.
My girls just love interacting with the other girls here. They love kicking a footy, they love learning the skills, and they love the hot dog at the end. I love joining in with my girls. I actually can't help myself, and I love to see the skills not only of my kids but of the other kids in their girls only group really developing over the clinic.
Evie just loves playing the games, learning new things. She'll be doing it then for the rest of the weekend, doing her favourite kicks, telling us how many goals she kicked on Friday night.
The best thing about Auskick is that it's really fun. It's lots of fun for them.
Yeah!
off and running as the hand pass comes over the top to Jackson East. East running in to the open goal, kicks on goal. I think he snuck that inside the goal post. He has. As Ryan parks himself in front, gets the ball down and the ball goes inside 50 now. Ross shrugs the tackle now, runs back towards goal and bangs it through for another Southern Districts goal. Jonathan Ross, he knows where the goals are, Gray. Plenty of Districts players here as Rusker pounces on that. Throws up the hand pass, a long hand pass comes out wide, and here's a chance for Fijo, who throws it across his boot on a check side kick, if you don't mind, from about 30 metres out, and snuck it inside that right-hand goal post for another Southern Districts goal. Middle line, out near the boundary line, he's got a player over the top, just gives that a bit of air, and spills to the ground, and a chance for Wanderers at ground level.
Simple,
just,
wasn't it?
Matthew Young in the right place at the right time, and just dribbled it through the vacant goal square and through for another Wanderers goal. So Simpson down there took it off hands, got a quick kick into the danger area at the top of the goal square. Here's a chance for Wanderers as it comes to Davidson. He hooks it around the corner. Everyone's got their hands in the air. It's a great finish. And first goal of the second quarter to Wanderers. And just another long hand pass forward by Grace. Gets it back to Bowden. Bowden running through forward 50, finishes nicely once again. So another goal to Southern District on the half volley, and got tackled as he did. And now Fijo out in space again, runs inside 50, kicks long towards goal, straight through the middle once again, and Fijo's finding himself some space and really causing some damage going forward, and this time he did it all himself. Over the top to Schwartz, he does so, and now Schwartz off one step, kicks long towards full forward to Pethybridge at ground level. I almost missed his fist with the hand pass, and it just slid straight into the hands of Roy George, who walks into an open goal, and Southern Districts get their first for the quarter, and in a bit of space plays on straight away, kicks long towards the goal square, coming over the top, but ground level. Jonathan Ross was in the right place at the right time as loops the hand pass over the top to Palmer. Palmer kicks long to the goal square. Brander again there. It gets over the back. Clever work at ground level by Bowden. Tapped it up in the air to himself, then ran onto it, hooked the ball round and gets himself another goal. So to get out of it. Now kicks long down towards Brander, slips through his hands. George at ground level, clever footwork. Got it back to Brander. He hooks towards goal. It's going all the way, bounces just inside the goal line and bounces through for another Southern District goal, but aside. Lee runs over the top of it, and so Districts have worked it back. Brander gets rid of his opponent, takes the ball and now snaps towards goal, and he's got himself another one as just too big and strong and clever, and finished it himself. Centre half forward and gets on the end of this. He's looking to give it off. Fijo has found some space, and he'll just waltz in and have a shot for goal, and easy as you like, finishes like that, and line and throw in once again as the siren goes.
As I said, yeah, the finger has been depressed a bit more, and that's the end of the game. Southern Districts have won by 72 points out here at TIO Stadium. And
looking for Cammy Eilert. What a grab by the legend. Eilert spots up a teammate, Brody Philo, on his own in the goal square, runs in and kicks a very easy goal, Brody Philo, and doesn't he love it? Out. And the Nightcliff player loses his feet. Mitch Robinson scoops it up, chucks it on the boot. He's got players there, but a punch away by Nightcliff. But Buffaloes have kicked their first goal of the evening.
Not sure where that's come from, Liz, actually. There was just a whole bunch of players there.
Their attack. Stokes running back now. That's Aaron Stokes this time. Kicks across the face of goal. Dangerous there. Nightcliff pick it up, and they kick a quick goal in response. And So right in front of the Nightcliff Sports Club. Tigers able to take it out, a chain of messy handballs, but Philo gets it again and puts it through for an easy goal within the first 30 seconds of this second quarter at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. In fact, I think it was Cody Zust again for the Darwin Buffaloes and Lee Crossman for the Nightcliff Tigers. So back underway now, and it's Nightcliff who get the handball out. Huge kick there. The camera just trying to pick up who it was, and another goal to the Nightcliff Tigers. He's looked up and saw Nicky Yarran in the middle. Yarran takes the mark over the top, and he's got Mitch Robinson out wide. Robbo just puts it on the boot. On the right, the goal umpire doesn't move, and Mitch Robinson has put it through for the Buffaloes' second goal of the game. Body work to work the player off the ball there by Blake Coleman. He's got the ball back. He's going to run in nice and easy, and he's kicked a goal. So Buffaloes get 2 in a row for the first time all evening through Blake Coleman. Work it out through a chain of handballs. A kick in now to their forward line. There's a one-on-one, and the player over the back has it, turns around, has a shot on goal, and it's gone through for a response by the Nightcliff Tigers. Of the Darwin Buffaloes. Great family. Buffs now with the quick handballs. No clear possession, but kicked off the ground, and it is a goal. It's a goal for the Darwin Buffaloes. Pick it up now, Coco Nicky. He spins one way, spins the other, the former Nightcliff Tiger player, and hits up Blake Coleman down the Nightcliff Tiger Sports Club end. Kicks it, puts it through. The Buffaloes are in front for the first time all game at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter. Kick to the safe hands of Coleman, gives off the quick handball now to Tyrese Raymond. That mark unable to be taken. Raymond gets it back. He runs on goal. He kicks a goal, and the crowd has gone wild. Darwin Buffaloes. Tyrese Raymond with a beautiful running goal now. And Robbo needs to run hard here, and the bouncers favoured him. He's got Daniel Stafford on his own. He's going to run into goal. Big Daniel Stafford. He takes a bounce. He shows the opposition the ball, and he kicks it through. And the Buffaloes have kicked another goal. Daniel Stafford with some entertaining football there.
Something here.
High throw in. Stafford just belting it down for Buffaloes. Tigers in front of goal, and they've kicked it.
Huge.
Tigers have kicked a goal.
Can hear the cheers from the far side.
He kicks out wide on the wing just for the safety. And there's the siren. Darwin Buffaloes have defeated the Nightcliff Tigers here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. 12-6, 78 to the Tigers, 11-5, 71. What a game of footy.
Looking for a fun day out with your family or friends? Putt on over to Palmerston Mini Golf. With our beautifully landscaped course suitable for all ages, you'll have a blast playing mini golf here at Palmerston. We offer the perfect setting for kids' birthday parties, complete with special packages to make their day unforgettable. And if you're looking to have some fun with your mates, we have you covered too. Play during the day or under lights. We're open until 10 p.m.
And we'll see you around Palmerston Mini Golf.
Find us at the Palmerston Golf and Country Club.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium for this round 8 clash between Nightcliff and Southern Districts. It's been a fascinating contest to date, 3-point margin at half-time. My name's Stu Davis. I'm with Tara Harris, and it's been a great game, Tara.
It has been. There's been no time in this match that you would have thought you were watching top versus fifth on the ladder. It's been an absolute brilliant contest of footy here, a real tug of war, and as you can see coming in from the break, 3 points in it, and we're just about to start the third quarter. So interesting to see what will happen here and what the messages would have been at half-time. Yeah,
fair to say that the top 5 are pretty even though, Tara, and those positions can change pretty quickly with bye rounds and just a loss or a win here or there, and we're underway anyway. Philo slips over as he tries to kick the ball out of the air and picked up and thumped forward again, and Districts are into attack. That's an intercept mark taken and then some body contact, but no damage done as Wines kicks short to Darms. He tries to play on and gets a hand pass out to Philo. Philo kicks high down towards half forward, thumped away from behind, and running onto it Moody here. Just couldn't take control of the ball. George could though, and he's been good in the last quarter and a bit as the hand passes over the top to Ross. Ross kicks long to the goal square. Marking contest. The ball's free on the ground. Waistcoat picks up, kicks over his head, and kicks the goal, if you don't mind.
What a massive kick. I was watching it and thinking, what is Waistcoat going to do here? Because I saw him just sitting and wanting to be involved in it, waiting for that ball to spurt out, and I thought, what's he going to muster up here? The poor match manager's going to have to collect that ball from a Bala Road. If we watch it here, you said influential was George, and he has been. Beautiful hand pass over the top there, finding his way through Ross, and Ross just puts this one in. It's a great kick. Defended well by Nightcliff, you have to say. It's a 2-on-1 there. He goes up, but just waits for his teammates to arrive, which kind of evens the contest. But look at this from Waistcoat. Bang! Phenomenal. And he's happy about it, as he should be.
Great start for Southern Districts in the third quarter, and they get their noses back in front.
That they do. So we're back in the centre here. It's been a good ruck contest all afternoon with Ryan and Buxton, but it's a clearance there found by the boot of Bowden, pushed forward, trying to find an option there. Still no one's ball. Picked up there by the ruckman, and Buxton finds Philo. Philo finds Darms. Darms with a chip kick in, looking for Adrian Scott with just a 360 and a slow down there, trying to get this one into their forward 50, which they do. It's got Tristan Singlipo trying to push that ball forward. No clear possession. Tristan Singlipo working forward. He's kicked it high. It's going to be dangerous to who can get under it. He's put his fellow forwards in danger, but it managed to find a boot through. Phenomenal. And that was through the boot there.
Brett Kennedy.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, ground level, just in the perfect spot, front and centre, and an answering goal. So a goal apiece in this third quarter.
So still, just like that, we're 2.5 minutes in, 1 goal each, and it's still a 3-point ball game. Coming back for a reset here. You watch the hard work with Tristan Singlipo here to get this ball into space. High kick, he puts it into dangerous territory here for someone to get under. But 3-on-1 there, does well. Obviously waits. Beautifully weighted kick.
Yeah, perfect positioning. So small forward craft there from the goal kicker from Nightcliff, Brett Kennedy. He's hit the scoreboard a fair bit this season, coming across from Banks, of course, as Cameron Eilert gets dragged by the jumper as he tried to get a kick forward. Scrambled in the middle of the ground as eventually Anderson loops a hand pass over the top into the hands there of Nakia Cockatoo. Wow!
Waistcoat! You're joking!
Play on's the call as Ross gets tackled to the ground, and the ball still in play but now rolls over the boundary line.
I'd love to see a replay of that really quickly if we can. Just before this ball comes into play, that was phenomenal from Waistcoat. Look at this ball come into play.
Oh.
But no, I can see where the umpires come from. Maybe didn't have possession of it long enough, but
no sense of occasion, that umpire.
It's like they're not here for the ups and downs. The showtime piece. But comes out of the pack there. Ross with a quick snap, but it goes high. Might just trickle through from behind. No, been cut off early there by the defender in Norton. Norton with the slow down, looking for options. They've got to work fast here, Nightcliff. They do have the numbers in the opposite grandstand wing. Just a chip kick there, finds the hand of their trusted captain in Nyhouse. Nyhouse with an option to lead. Looks like it might land with Adrian Scott. It does. Adrian Scott here just biding his time, waiting for some leads here in his fellow teammates. He boosts it high. Flying at the pack there, wasn't a clear take, and it looks like it's been cleaned up nicely by Swartz. Swartz with the kick in. Contest under pressure there. It's Adrian Scott again. He's been able to get to the ball and pick it up. Boosting forward, but again turned over there nicely by Slee. Finds the hands of Ronnie Fijo. It'll be Cameron Islet. A little bit of pressure there through Cockatoo, but just like that, it's been cleaned up again. No clear possession. Bit of pressure there and in the back. Might be an umpire ball up.
Yeah, just wrapped up in the tackle there. Cameron Islet with the ball underneath him, and it'll be a ball up on the forward 50 line for Southern Districts as Big Wyatt Ryan wins the hit out at ground level, working hard again, Ryan, but Cameron Islet in over the top and Anderson on top of him, so that ball was going nowhere. It'll be a ball up once again.
We know this is dangerous territory here. These Crocs have got a really fierce forward line, so Nightcliff have got to work hard to get it out of this space. They're doing what they can, but it comes into the hands of Anderson with a beautiful snap. Looks like it might drift across the face. Needs someone to get under it, but well defended there by the Nightcliff defence.
Yeah, Jay Moody gets a pat on the head for forcing that one through for a rush behind, but yeah, just floated up in the breeze and lobbed short as Nyhouse now to bring the ball back into play, changes his mind and
so he does have
resets.
A few options here on the switch if he wants it, but he might take the switch to the grandstand wing. Opts for a centering kick. Flies high, was Philo, but turned over quickly there by Cockatoo. Tidy chip, little kick into space, beautifully read by Taj Stanley. Taj Stanley here, just looking for options to come forward. Nightcliff have it all wrapped up in that forward line. Just need a mark there, but it's been taken beautifully by Benny Vile. Vile looking to play on quickly here and use this to his advantage. He has a player in space on the opposite wing in their lead ruckman, Buxton. Buxton puts that one on the boot. Little bit of open space there. It'll be a few bounces. Puts him under pressure, but it's been socket off the deck there by Randall. Randall was going to hand pass, opted for the kick forward. Might have been the right choice. Opted for the hang back there, but didn't pay off for him, Emery. So it's been turned over quickly, but it's still within Nightcliff's possession. He opts for a high, quick forward. It's a one-on-one contest. No clear mark. It's been spilt. Turned over quickly there by the defenders in the Crocs, but just like that, a free and advantage has been paid. They'll run into an open goal. The bounce has just got to do it, and it does.
No. I think it's a free kick the other way, and it'll be a 50-metre penalty. So, yeah, trying to take the advantage that wasn't theirs, and so... Oh, no. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, it is.
It is,
it's a Southern District's free kick. I think the umpire's indicating a sling tackle, so it'll be a District's free kick in the centre of the ground.
So just like that, switch kick there finds the hands of Cotter. Cotter looking for options. He's got one short in George.
Ooh. Clever player, George.
Plays on quickly, but over the top, spills to Waistcoat with no pressure at all. And that's, I want to say, his third on the board there for Waistcoat for the evening.
Well, he certainly got two this quarter, and yeah, I believe he had one early as well. So he's a dangerous forward down there. But yeah, Roy George has really impressed me over the last couple of weeks. He gets plenty of the ball, and he's a clever player and uses it here to the top of the goal square. And I think Buxton wouldn't like to see the replay. Probably should have held on to that mark as it came in.
You got to respect the read of the play there from Stanley Waistcoat as well to hang back. He saw that it obviously might spill over and he took that opportunity. It's a risk. Obviously, you never want to leave your defender alone, but it's a risk you take as a forward. There's a man, Singlippo, just a goal to his name now. That was a beautiful 50-metre goal trickled through. Again, with the ruck contest, Buxton with hands to it first, but it's Anderson that takes advantage of it. Pushed forward there by McAdam. Picked up nicely by Swartz with the one hand. It'll bounce into space, but picked up again there beautifully by Cockatoo. Push forward on the boot. through Cotter, but beautiful spoil there from the Nightcliff defender, but it'll be turned over just like that by Cotter. Cotter kicking into open space. He's got to pick that up before the boundary does, and he does. Beautiful there. Chipped in. He's just got it spinning. Going to be cut off there by Nightcliff, and they've got to move fast here. They do through the hands of Vile, but turned over just like that again. Goes high. Waistcoat. Oh.
Bit of Gaelic football out there by Brander. Clever stuff, but turned it over eventually anyway. So Nightcliff under a bit of pressure here. District's pressing, just not getting the goals on the board as Nyhouse runs the ball out of the defensive goal square and kicks to the outer side of the ground this time. Big Buxton up, ball slips through his hands, but he works back as Moody comes in to help. He's under plenty of pressure there from Rigney, who just pushes him over the boundary line and forces a boundary throw in.
So just a tug-of-war here. We had a significant margin to start off the game, but coming in from the second quarter, it's a 4-point, ending the third quarter, might be another 4.5-point margin.
So from the hit out, ball just out into space and over the boundary line again.
So just take a sip of water there from the water carrier.
and then give the ball back.
Let his players get into a position. Very, very intelligent player, Brodie Philo. He knows what he's doing. So it'll be a ball up again here. As I said, it's been a great contest all day, but Buxton again hands to it first. Socket off the ground, trying to push this one forward for Nightcliff, but just like that, Socket back again. Apparently we're watching the A-League. Nicely done there by McAdam, but it is picked up there by Bailey Edwards. Short chip kick in, and it's marked beautifully by Emery. Emery there, pushing that one forward, looking to find options in space. Goes up. Whoa. Beautiful. There's your man.
Yeah. How good.
Playing forward, playing back. He's having an absolute field day today, George.
No doubt that one went over the boundary line, went over the fence and almost over the hills. So
I think those supporters maybe got a little bit more than they paid for them in the gate entry. That one's is everyone okay down there? But it'll be a ball up. A boundary throw in here, so we'll have a look. See what they can muster up here, Nightcliff, while it's in their forward 50. Cox goes up. It's held well there, but he's wrapped up quickly by Anderson. Be another ball up.
Stanley Cox puts his hand up to do the ruck work against Cockatoo. Gets it down to Miller, who got the hand pass out cleverly. Bailey Edwards spills the mark, and now he's under pressure from Fijo, and eventually with 4 Districts players around him, I think Edwards is pretty happy to see that go over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Yeah, and 4 dangerous ones. Yeah. We're looking at Ronnie, Fijo, Anderson. I'd want that one to go over the line as well. So it'll be another ball in. This time Buxton in to do the work in the ruck for Nightcliff yet again. Ball in, just out of the hands there of Philo, but played on quickly there, trying to get control early through McAdam, and then socket beautifully off the deck, but he might have been held.
No, I think he dropped it on the ground before he kicked it, so it's against Anderson.
So it'll be just like that, turned back over.
Edwards will take the free kick. And opts to go long towards the top of the goal square. Big leap from behind, almost claiming the mark was Smith. Did well at ground level to get the hand pass off, and now Districts are away again. Well, just slips through the hands there, but Fijo recovers well. But his kick isn't the best, and it's chopped off by Politis for Nightcliff. Just forward of centre as he now looks to kick long again into the right forward pocket. Some big leapers down there. The ball slips over the back. Scott cleverly, but then got caught in the end. The ball got forced out of his hands. Play on was the call as Nightcliff just trying to work it out wide to Zust, who hooks it round the corner and evades everyone down there.
Call me, he says. Call me.
Cody Zust.
That is, he's carried on with the phone in hand too. That was phenomenal there. That is a fortunate bounce, just got out of the way of the defender. Look at this here from Scott. He gets caught up under pressure, as you can see here, manages to get a hand off. It's Zeus kind of lurking there, trying to get composure. Handball off here, still in the same position. A little step around, doesn't even look, just puts it on the boot. And that bounce just beats him to it. So Slee just couldn't get to it. But how's the celebration?
Yeah. Good work in tight by Michael Randall there. Got the hand pass out to Zust and just managed to get it in and around all of the Southern District's defenders that were in the way.
That's it. So a few interchanges happening there for Nightcliff. Cooper Darms coming back on, same as Tristan Singlipo. Buxton doing all the work in the ruck alone. He pushes that one into space, but it's picked up nicely by the mid-centres there for the Crocs, but it'll get wrapped up.
Push, I think.
And just like that, gets turned over by Maney. Maney finds some space and a fellow teammate in Palmer. Palmer looking to push that one forward with a huge booming kick. A few flyers, but a brilliant take by Jay Moody.
Terrific intercept mark there by Moody. Landed on his back, but he's fine. Kicks long down the line now. There's district players lining up, but the ball slips out the back where it's taken by Randall once again on the left foot. Gets it out in front of his teammate Cox, but Cox was worried over the boundary line. And a throw in once again. So we're 15 minutes into this third quarter and 2 goals apiece. So really a tight contest.
So they both had, just Southern Districts, they've had a fair crack of the footy and shot on goals, but just haven't been able to convert them into majors. So they've had an additional 6 scoring shots to this Tigers side.
So no one could get any hands on the ball there from that boundary throw-in, so we'll have another go at it as it's forced over again, a bit further round towards the goal.
That's it. So we'll have a look here and see what the setup is. A lot of numbers flooded back for Southern Districts. They might even have a player loose. Ball goes up. Cox doing all the work for the Tigers early. It's picked up and put into space, but he's wrapped up by Cooper Darms. It might be paid. No, it'll be a ball up. It's a dangerous position to pay that mark.
Yeah, probably fair enough. He got wrapped up as soon as he took possession of the ball.
Yeah, oh, that's a high. Was hit hard there, so we'll just make sure that player's all right. He looked all right. So it'll be another ball up here, but bit of a scuffle between the two sides. As expected when he got a tight contest like this, nerves tipple. So a bit of a conversation there, nice conversation between Cockatoo and Moody, but ball goes up here. It's Cockatoo with hands to it, attempts to get it out of space, but smothered multiple times. No one can get a boot to it, but he managed to get a bit of clearance. It'll bounce. I can't even tell you who it was that happened that quick. I'm going to have to get the replay. It was phenomenal.
Might be just again.
So it'll be interesting to see, because there was about 3 attempts at kick to get into some space and it didn't happen, so we'll watch the ball up here. You can see Cockatoo makes an attempt early, but it's cut off quick. He can't get it out of space. Gets picked up again to try and get a clearance and nothing again. It's still on the ground, and then we've got a pick up here, beautifully picked up, and it's just trickled its way through, beautifully kicked, but again I can't tell you. I'm so sorry.
I've narrowed it down to 3, I reckon.
Oh, that's good.
Zeus, Kennedy or Campbell.
So we'll put them all down for an assist.
Or Randall.
So back in the centre with the ball up.
So Nightcliff regained the lead with that goal as Singlipo just gets worried out of it. Bo Schwartz gets a quick hand pass forward. Looks like holding there. Play on's the call. Umpire's letting it go a bit until eventually there's a high contact free kick being paid to Bo Schwartz in the centre of the ground. He chips out wide. He's got Maney out here. He spills the mark, and now he's under a bit of pressure. He swings back on the right foot. It's a wobbly looking kick going down towards half forward. Moody, in fact it was Darms who got the hand pass forward, and he's in a bit of trouble after that, but it's Nightcliff going forward again, and a long kick forward from Cox out the back. Emery.
He made an absolute meal of it.
Yeah, he had plenty of space and time, but lost his footing and then lost the ball, and Districts have tied it up. McAdam gets the clear and kick out of defence, but that's going to float close to the boundary line, bounces just inside, and Moody thinks Zach Moody thinks it was out on the full, but I think it pretty clearly bounced on the line or inside, so it's a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, nothing if you don't ask, Stu.
Well.
So it'll be a ball in here, as you said. Got the contest 8 here again. It has fallen short. Rucks will have to work for it, but kind of even. Petropolitis with the first boot to it finds Cockatoo from the Crocs. It's hand passed over. Beautifully kicked there, just trying to find some space, but right into the very safe hands of Cameron Eilert. Eilert looking for option here. He does have Cooper Darms in space, but opts to go a little bit longer here, putting Stanley Cox under pressure. Not available. Defended well by the Crocs side. Whistle has been blown. It'll be a throw.
So District's free kick again. Bo Schwartz at half-back. Bo Schwartz having a terrific season for Southern Districts. A local player who went away for a couple of years, but he's been in great form in the midfield as he finds Maney, who's called to play on now, gives it to Schwartz under pressure, and Nightcliff have turned it over, and surely he's not going to mess this one out, Emery, as he runs in and walk-in goal once again, bangs it through, and that's a couple in a row to Nightcliff now. And they just put themselves under pressure across half-back there, Southern Districts, trying to be a bit too cute, I think, and eventually Nightcliff closed in, turned it over, and Emery got out the back.
So you see this here, it's just fortunate that Emery was in space, and that's what that loose player does, just provides them that option to just run onto goal, as simple as that. So there it is, that's Nightcliff 11-2-68 to Southern Districts 8-8-56, and just like that it's drawn out. So we'll see, just passing the 20-minute mark here, the third quarter.
Yeah, a couple of goal lead to Nightcliff after it's been tight for the whole quarter. They just stretched away a bit as from the restart. It's Cockatoo with the chance to clear for Southern Districts. He does, long straight down the middle of the ground. It goes off hands down there as a quick kick out of the air by Moody was pretty clever, but Districts have pounced on the loose ball as in the forward pocket. The kick comes back from Rigney, but it was smothered over the boundary line, and it'll be a throw-in once again.
Such a high contest footy, not a lot of stoppages, like really in terms of it, not a high scoring game, that you can imagine these players are going through it. It's a still night out there, breeze in no one's favour. Balls go up there. That was Stanley Cox moving forward there, giving them an option, but it's turned the way of Anderson, who's put that one high, looking for an option. He did hold it, just not long enough, and it's turned over like that through the hands of Eilert. Just a spilt grab there from Petros Politis, but wrapped up quickly there was Benny Vile. So it'll be another ball up. Interesting stat heading into this game there, Stu, is that Nightcliff are tied currently in first in disposal efficiency for the Men's Premier League competition, and Southern Districts are tied for lowest disposal efficiency in the competition.
So different game styles perhaps, but it's been pretty tight so far tonight as the loose ball comes out, tackles laid, and ball spills forward, and Nightcliff will try to work it through the hands, but it spills out again as Stanley tries to get a kick in. His kick smothered, punch forward by Sam Smith, but straight into the arms of the Nightcliff defence, and they clear it to the outer side of the ground where it's a foot race on. Bailey Edwards kicks it forward about 30 metres and then follows up himself, but it's worked close to the boundary line. There's going to be a Southern Districts free kick here for a high tackle, and it's going to be Jack Palmer to take that free kick on the outer side. He's got something he likes inboard. That's Jed Anderson, and why wouldn't you go there as he kicks further afield looking for Cockatoo. It was just too high for him as Nightcliff do the tidy up work. Zust again involved in the play, got the hand pass out, and now Nightcliff coming grandstand side as the ball hits the ground. Scott's going to be first there for Nightcliff, paddles it out to his own advantage, and Moody comes in to lend some support. Big Wyatt Ryan comes in for Districts, got a hand pass out. It's a scrambly, high pressure play as Ryan reaches in, picks up the ball and then thumps it forward and finds a teammate further afield in Stanley. Stanley looking to hand pass out wide to Fijo. Fijo off on the outside of the boot, but good use of the body down there by Nyhouse, but then runs himself into trouble, but manages to get a kick away, and Zeus brings it round the wing again as it's thumped close to the boundary line. Running onto it out here was Kennedy, but he ran out of space, And it'll be a boundary throw in right at the Nightcliff interchange gate.
Just 23 and a half minutes gone in this third quarter. So we'll see what happens here. So Stanley Cox moved in, doing a lot of the ruck work in the last few minutes for this Tigers side. Looks like Buxton's been moved up forward for them. Not the best throw in, so the umpire wasn't happy with it, but being able to make it work through the hands there quickly of Zust, pushing that one forward. It'll be a bit of a foot race to see who can get there. It's just bounced, unfortunately, there for Tristan Singlippo, but picked up nice through Emery. Put on the foot there, but doing his best to get that one and kicked forward. Just like that. The crowd's happy about it too. That was brilliant there from Brett Kennedy. Worked well under pressure. They had just composure of the footy there, leading well into their 50, and then they had players in space to be able to hand pass and get that one into between the big sticks. So we'll have a look here at the replay. So you can see it's bouncing forward here. Hasn't bounced in the favour, but it's good pressure from Philo forward. Hand passed off, hand passed again. Player in space, a step, and then a beautiful kick.
Yeah, you would have thought the natural thing to do was to go on the left, but ducked back around and knew what he was doing, put it through. So it's 3 in a row late in the quarter here for Nightcliff, and after scores were level going into time on, so bit of a worry for Districts as they try to get their hands on the ball in the middle, but it's toe poke forward by Cox for Nightcliff, and they've got it inside forward 50 again. Singlippo at ground level, just under plenty of pressure down there. It's picked up in defence, and trying to run it out of defence was Millerer, who ducked back towards the outer side of the ground, and his kick was punched away over the boundary line, and it'll be a throw in once again.
So it's dangerous territory here. It's probably about 15 or so metres out from the 50 arc here down the Nightcliff Tigers goal scoring end.
Yeah, so the ball's gone over the fence. Just one of the players will have to retrieve it from over the fence. So Brett Kennedy goes across to do the honours, but amazing accuracy from Nightcliff. 12 goals 2 to 8-8 from Southern Districts, and Districts really early in this quarter had some opportunities that they didn't convert, and maybe it's coming back to bite them now.
So contest back on again. Ball's burst into the forward 50 there. No one with clear control here. Socket off the deck there by what looks like to be, just trying to get a look at that number there, Zust. Patience there, shrugged off, back to Zust again, who opts for a centering kick, and all by himself. Looks like Petros Politis.
Yeah, clever use of the ball. Didn't blaze away. Saw that he had Politis in the corridor, and a hook around the corner kick hit him on the chest, and Nightcliff have really been dominant this last 5 or 6 minutes.
It actually, you could see it almost caught the defenders off guard there for Districts. They weren't in position at all, and they just obviously...
Oh, it was a 50-metre penalty.
Interesting to see what happened there, whether or not a player walked into space.
I think umpire's got the book out here. It might be Fijo in trouble, as the 50-metre penalty got paid because of it, and Politis, of course, kicks it from inside the goal square, and what a finish to the quarter by Nightcliff.
Yeah, just absolute flex of the muscle there. So just like that, it puts them even further in lead, and a really substantial position for them to be in leading into the fourth and final quarter of this game for what's been an absolute arm wrestle. Nightcliff have just been able to get away in the final couple of minutes of this game. We just watch here this important passage of play from Zust. Done well there. You can see his hand passed it off. Looking for support there from his fellow teammate, which he finds through, I want to say, Moody. Hand kicked in here, short, sharp, drilled in kick, and Petros has done well just to keep hands on it. So, no, that's it. That's three-quarter time there. Nightcliff 13-12-80 to Districts 8-8-56.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro, or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge, or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
And do constructive talk. I know it's hard, we've been all from the same footy club, but we've come together for this. Show that passion in the NT Guernsey, get in their face.
Here at TIO Stadium in Darwin.
Their hearts out, and obviously it's not what we play 6-6-6 and 7 on the bench, so it's a little bit different, but you know what, we can't ask for anything more. The girls put their bodies on the line, and they went in and they went hard, and you know, some of it was unrewarded, but that's footy.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium. It's round 8 in the TIO NTFL Men's Premier League competition, and at three-quarter time, Nightcliff have a 24-point advantage over Southern Districts after scores were levelled just around start of time on, and Nightcliff kicked the last 4 goals of the quarter. So I'm Stu Davis, I'm with Tara Harris, and it's been a good game of footy, but just a bit of a break for Nightcliff here.
Yeah, see what happens here. We've seen how fast Southern Districts can flip the script on this. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, but it's all Nightcliff early on. Cameron Islet hands to the ball, but he's under pressure from this district side early on. Buxton working overtime to try and get the ball into some space, but it spurted out the back to the advantage of Islet, but just moved on and wrapped up very quickly there was Moody, and it'll be an umpire's ball up by the look of it.
Quickly throws the ball up as Ryan thumps it forward for Districts. Awesome. I think he got a kick to that over his head, but cleverly done by Darms there. Tapped it out to the advantage of Scott. At ground level, Philo reads it beautifully and then drills the pass forward. Zust is off and running inside forward 50, kicks long towards goal. He's kicked another one. It's another Nightcliff goal to start the quarter, and he likes a celebration, Cody Zust, and he gets on the board pretty regularly.
He certainly does. He's had a bit quiet in the opening term, but coming out of half-time, Zust cannot get enough of the ball. Has been an absolute magnet. So you see the kick out of the centre that happens here. Just a spilt mark there. Philo takes advantage of it early. Chip kick in. Beautifully done there through the hands of Zust. Bang. Just from inside 50 there. And turns it over beautifully. So it just extends that lead, doesn't it, Stu? What is it?
To 5 goals. It's incredible after what the game was. And see Nightcliff coach Lee Crossman on the phone on the bench. He'd be pretty happy with the way things are going now as Philo gets another clearance out into space near the boundary line. It's a foot race as McAdam gets there first, goes to ground, and now it's paddled out, still in play or onto the boot there, I think. Their Districts want the free kick, but they're not going to get it. And
it would have been an absolute... I think this stadium would have burnt down, Stu, if that's what was just called. Nightcliff would have lost it. So ball goes up. Again, great combo in the ruck there with Ryan on Buxton, but it's pushed forward there through George. It's a one-on-one contest. You've got Stanley there, but it's bounced into space. Bowden just couldn't get control of it. Ross thrown off it, but tackle's been paid and it'll be turned over there to their captain in Nyhouse. You can see he doesn't want to kick back, but it's good. He finds Islet in space in the centre. He's got Cooper Darms free down the middle if he opts to use him, but he is looking to line up Buxton here on the grandstand wing. Spilt mark there, and it'll go out on the bounce.
Great contest between the two big men, and that time Ryan worked him over a bit, got to the front, but couldn't take the mark. And another throw in here, so Ryan's pushed forward as he allows Sam Smith to come in and do the ruck work. He gets pushed out of the way pretty easily by Buxton, but his hit out goes straight down the throat of Bo Schwartz, who tries to drill a past a waistcoat, got punched away from him, and as Palmer came in, the ball just trickles over the boundary line for another throw in.
So just waiting for the rucks to come into play here. It'll be, as you said, Sam Smith coming into ruck. Buxton been doing a good job all night. It'll be interesting to see what his hit-out record stats are from tonight. Ball goes up. Looks like Sam Smith got a hand to it first, but no clear control yet of the footy as Mackenzie loads that one into their forward. Just goes over the line there and will be a umpire's ball in by the look of it.
You just look out on the field, it looks like a wave of players pushing across the outer side of the ground, so setting themselves up.
Be interesting to see here if they've got, one player loose here, grandstand side. They might be beneficial, but
no, there's no one in the near side, near half of the ground. Jed Anderson at ground level tries to get around almost a throw out, but here's a chance as he ducks back inside. That was Jonathan Ross who cleverly got it to boot and scored a much needed goal for Southern Districts. And there was good work close to the boundary by Anderson there. He's under plenty of pressure, got it back into play into a dangerous area, and Ross did the rest.
That's it. It's that experience that someone like Jed Anderson brings to this Crocodile side. If you watch it here, hit out there, won by Buxton, makes its way to the boundary, but picked up beautifully there by Anderson. Managed to keep that ball in. Good hand pass there. Ross with eyes to it early. kind of shrugs off one there and beautifully done on the left boot. So keeps them a part of this game. It's just whether or not, do you think they can claw back, Stu?
Well, they're certainly capable of stringing goals together. They've got plenty of talent in the side. And you know, just with that one, Anderson wanted to keep it in play. A lot of players would have been happy to force that over the boundary line. He just wanted to keep it alive in a dangerous area down there, and it paid dividends.
And I think shaking it up like that also potentially threw a lot of those defenders off guard.
So Smith up high in the ruck and now at ground level. Swings the ball on the left forward. It's going to land in space out there as Districts again first to the ball at ground level. Palmer couldn't keep it in play, and Southern Districts saying that it came off the boot of a Nightcliff player on the full, but that's not the way it's been seen. So it's a boundary throw in once again as Smith comes in to do the ruck work again against big fella Buxton. Smith won the hit out, but Philo at ground level just got a toe poke forward into space and then another one. But it's all Southern Districts here as the sweeping hand pass from Cotter finds Stanley. Stanley kicks the ball straight down the centre corridor. Waistcoat dives in, couldn't take it, but Ross on his left foot again, if you don't mind, has banged through another one. And can they come back? Well, they've got 2 out of the 5 they need, so they're certainly on the way.
They're just knocking them off one by one, those goals that they need to get done. You could tell how confident Ross was before that ball even went through the post. The arm was up and celebrated, but how's this good he is? You watch this from Taj Stanley, this floating kick in. It's so well kicked, and you can see the slide in, but he's just spilt the mark, Stanley. But to the advantage of Ross there, left boot snap, and look at the arm go up in celebration. He's happy about it. So just like that, another one there just lessens the margin between the two sides, and it's turning this into an absolute ripper of a fourth quarter of footy.
Fantastic contest as Districts have got a couple on the board after Nightcliff got the first one, of course, through Cody Zust, but ball on the ground just forward of centre for Nightcliff. There's going to be a free kick paid here for high contact. It's going to be Kyle Emery. Emery looking at leading players inside forward 50. Kennedy got out there, got his hands to the ball, couldn't take it, and then Mazzini took it and Kennedy wrapped him up in the tackle, brought him to ground, and it'll be a stoppage inside 50 for Nightcliff.
Be interesting to see where they pick it up here. Emery's just bleeding from his left ear. You might be able to see on camera, so it'll be interesting to see if they pick that up.
So Districts scrambling in defence. Bowden brought to ground. Handcast comes out. Zust again out in some space. Has a kick towards goal. Tried to dribble along the ground this time, and it's dribbled all the way across the face of goal and out of bounds in the right forward pocket.
So a bit of a switch here. You can see the coaches there in the coaches box for the Districts, just putting together a few movements, but we'll see what happens here. They've got an exciting bit of momentum pushing them forward. So ball goes up. Looks like Cox got a hand to it first, but there's been a free found. And it'll go the way of Sam Smith. As we have a look here, Sam Smith opts for a kick there. Looks good, finds the hands of Taj Stanley. Just socked that one forward, made it hard for his teammate, but ends up picking it up anyway. Mazzini looks good there, picks it up, takes a bounce, puts that one on the right boot. Looking for options, but spoiled there by Nightcliff's Nyhouse. Jonathan Ross there, attempting to pick that up. It's a heavy hit on the way through. Nightcliff still with control here. Betty Vile puts that one on the boot, but turned over there by Jay Moody. Few flyers there, but no hands on the football. It looks like Sam Smith with control boosts that one forward, and it's marked beautifully by captain there, and Ryan Nyhouse runs on with it, tries to push that one back into their forward 50, just pushed off fly and turned over very quickly there by Mazzini and onto Cockatoo, and beautifully taken there by Anderson. Anderson hand passes on very quickly, looking to find Ronnie Fijo. Opts for a grandstand switch here. There'll be a bounce if it favours him. It'll work well. He opts for a short, sharp kick into beautifully read and beautifully stopped there. Really well done. He just slips through the hands. It is Dewey out there. Cameron Eilert there to be able to mop that one up. Short chip kick in. Does well.
Fantastic defensive work there by Mitch Norton, and just chopped off a promising attack for Districts. That's a shocking kick. Yeah, as it comes out here to Jonathan Ross on the right foot this time. He swings it round through for a goal, and yeah, the kick across goal there as a contender along with Cooper Darms' kick in the previous quarter, but Ross this time, he's kicked 3 for the quarter and proving a real handful and keeping Southern Districts in the game.
Very much so, and you got to feel for the youngster in Stanley Cox there. He's been working hard all game, but inaccuracies like that, it can, especially in front of this district side, they will flip the script on you, and Jonathan Ross puts another one on his tally in this absolute comeback from the Crocs in this final quarter. So we'll see what happens out of the centre here and who can gain control early. If Nightcliff need to get some possession and get it soon.
So it's back to a 2-goal game, and still plenty of time left as Smith doing the ruck work again, gets it down to Bo Schwartz, but he's wrapped up straight away, and it'll be a restart in the middle of the ground.
So high contest here. Ball will go up again. Cox on Smith. Ball socket forward again. It's turned over quickly by the Tigers. Pushed into their forward, short and sharp. Has got a hangover there, but looks like it's been picked up nicely. Pushed forward up for the opposite wing. It's a high flyer. No hands to it early. Looks like Taj Stanley's attempted, but it'll be a bit of a run there to see he can get to it first, and he's pushed over the boundary line there by Adrian Scott.
So a boundary throw in once again in the left forward pocket for Nightcliff, who got themselves out to a 5-goal lead, and Jonathan Ross has gone bang, bang, bang and got Districts right back in the game as the hand pass is hooked over the top, and Districts looking to run it out of defence. Nakia Cockatoo once again chips in short to Waistcoat a long way up the ground. He went to play on, he's now called to play on, and so switches into the centre corridor. The kick's good to Mazzini. Mazzini quickly gets it onto the advantage of Fijo, bounces at his feet, but he runs onto it now. He's got plenty of time, drills a pass inside forward 50, just didn't quite have enough on it as it's picked up in defence by Moody with a sweeping hand pass back to Captain Nyhouse, and Nyhouse chips it out wide, and he's found Kyle Emery, who's worked all the way back into half back.
Oh, it's dangerous.
Oh, that is, and well read and chopped off by Nakia Cockatoo. He plays on quickly with a hand pass out wide to McAdam. McAdam chips in short into the forward pocket, but just too short out in front of Bowden, and he couldn't take the mark, and all he could do was force it over the boundary line for another throw in.
Nervous for the Nightcliff side at the moment. We've just watched in front of us what Southern Districts have done in this space in the last 12 minutes, so I'd be nervous. They need to get a clearance and get it early, otherwise this might happen, and just like that, turned over.
Brander again, always a dangerous presence up forward, and he ran onto the loose ball there, hooked it back, and all of a sudden it's just 6 points the difference.
Just like that. So they've been able to eat away at that margin over the last 13 minutes, this Southern District side, and it's down to just the 1 goal. Just heading back into the centre for the reset at the moment. Be interesting to see what the messages are here from the runner to both sides. Obviously just keep surging forward, but Nightcliff have got to do something here to keep control of this game.
An amazing game of football. As Districts who were inaccurate really early have kicked 4 straight in this quarter to really get themselves back in the game.
That's it. So we're going back into the centre here. Buxton coming into the ruck again for Nightcliff up against Sam Smith. Ball goes up. Sam Smith wins the hit out there. It looks like Swartz getting to the ball early, pushing it forward as they can. Taken advantage of there by Rusker. Rusker hands up one off there through Sam Smith in there, ruckman. It's pushed forward there into Mackenzie Slee. Back to Sam Smith, over to George. George looking for options, does a little bit of candy, a bit of a fumble. He masses the hand pass that one off, and it's picked up beautifully there by Rusker. Rusker with a high fly. Waistcoat. And just like this, we know what he can do in this space. And we might be looking, I don't want to say it, but we might be looking at an even ball game. That's a phenomenal mark under pressure. An experienced backman and Nyhouse, and this up-and-coming junior from Tennant Creek has been able to just take that absolute beautiful mark. Comes in here just a few steps, doesn't need too much.
Just banged it into that right-hand goalpost.
That's why I didn't want to say it, Stu.
Yeah, I know. Sam Smith in the ruck, that's been an inspired move. He's been fantastic.
And you can see the switch to put Buxton back in. You can tell that that's where the bleeding's coming from, so they're working hard. Was touched off the kickoff there off 9. Anderson. They're all fighting for it, but...
Would have been an Anderson mark, but Smith got involved.
He did, and then he snatched it from him again. So there'll be a reset here and what will look like a ball up. Again, it's the two duos there, and it's Buxton to get a hand to it first. It'll be a bit of a foot race there, but it might have been at nose. Managed to keep it in. Beautifully educated play there from that Crocs player, but it's marked. Beautifully done. It looked like he was going for the fist to it, but Benny Viles taking the mark. Might have been game saving there. So he's looking for options here. Might go for a centering kick. No. That's an inaccuracy. Followed by...
Another absolute comedy of errors there as Jager Cockatoo. I don't know if he was called to play on, but he certainly tried to hook it around and just floated it out of bounds. So,
but that is that's the gods shining down on Nightcliff just then, because that could have just levelled up the ball game. So ball gets kicked back in. High contest. Buxton with a fist to it in the air. Big hit on Slee. Crowd's not happy about it. Backing their teams in. Be another ball in. It's dangerous territory here. Nightcliff need to do something to get this ball out into some space. Ball comes up. Buxton again, hands to it early. Boundary line lurking.
Philo just watches it trickle over the line, and we'll have another go at it.
Yes.
Smith and Buxton. A great contest.
Yeah. Interesting as to why they wouldn't have put him in earlier. I know that he had ACL issues a few years ago, Smith, is it?
Yeah.
Not sure if that's kind of been the players to not having him in the ruck the whole time. But Ryan's done a stellar job.
So Schwartz with a long kick in, but that one's floated over the boundary line. And I think it's a free kick for a push anyway. There's Henderson again deep in that back pocket.
Islet's done well there to create some space, but just too close.
Some big leapers there, including Sing Lippo, but George at ground level cleverly gets around onto the right foot again, tumbles a kick forward. Heavy contests all over the ground at the moment. It's I'm loving it, Tara. Plenty of body work and no fear as they're just throwing themselves in. It's a 5-point ball game, and they're playing as if it's a grand final. They're throwing everything at it.
Such good footy. Blessed here at TIO Stadium. Ball goes up here. Smith on Buxton. No clear possession out of the ruck there. Philo looking to push that one forward, trying to get the ball into some space, but it's dangerous territory with Waistcoat and Anderson there. It's put on the boot. I thought that was it there, and that was a beautiful kick from Cockatoo, but just a little bit too sharp, went around. So it'll be a play on quickly there. Nightcliff looking to use this to their advantage. Looks like he's found Bailey Edwards there, and he's going to opt to follow this down the scoreboard wing. Ball goes up, bounced out there. It will be a throw-in. Luckily enough for this Nightcliff side, the last thing they needed there was a free kick there for Southern Districts.
So a tight contest, 4-point ball game after it blew out to 5 goals early in the quarter, and 18 and a half minutes gone in the final quarter. Don't go anywhere, don't go and make a cup of tea right now, because this is an exciting finish. As running onto it down there was Randall. He hooks it back over the shoulder, coming in solidly down there, and the hand pass comes out, but Nightcliff trying to work it forward. It's chopped off again. Quickly through the hands, the looping hand pass over the top put Rusker under plenty of pressure, and now Sing Lippo's off and running through the middle of the ground. He's had a couple of bounces and kept running and kicks long towards goal. It's a marking contest in the forward pocket. It spills out now. Maney runs onto it. He's under some pressure. He's going to get caught. This hand pass goes straight into the hands of Jackson Grundy and runs in and kicks the open goal.
Phenomenal. And they've got no one else to thank for that but Tristan Singlipo. The Tiwi export into this side was able to just absolutely create some incredible space out of the centre there and set that up beautifully. Look at this.
He was running faster than he could, but he just backed himself. It's fantastic, isn't it?
So good. So you got the speed wobbles at one point. Phenomenal football. And you can see this follow-up here. Look at this. It's done well, but you can't fault Southern Districts in their defensive, but managed right place, right time, and just outnumbered a few of the guys there.
And Kyle Emery for that forward defensive pressure there, laying the tackle on Maney. He probably wasn't aware that Emery was so close. And,
no.
So... the goal to Nightcliff gives them a little bit of breathing space, but it's Bo Schwartz out of the centre for Southern Districts. His kick just wobbles forward a bit and out into some space. Running onto it down here, Henderson paddles it over the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw in once again.
So a lot of key players on the field at the moment, making a few interchanges here. Emery coming off, looking like Zust coming back on. We know how dangerous he was in the last couple of minutes of the last quarter. So interesting to see what's going to happen here. Adrian Scott making his way onto the field as well. So we've got the ball up. Again, Smith on Buxton. Great contest there. Buxton managed to get a hand to it, but Swartz read it like a book. Puts that one there. Centering kick, looking to find Ross just over his head here to be a foot race to see what will happen. It's been picked up beautifully there. Put on the boot by Brander. Curling kick. Just around. So, but it'll lead away at that margin again. 9 points. Am I dreaming? 9 points.
No, I think you're right.
It's getting late, Stu. Dangerous kick to go in the centre, but it's found the trusted hands of their captain in Nyhouse. Nyhouse has got an option in Politis here on the grandstand wing and a few players following, but he opts to go the other way. It's putting pressure here. You can see that this district side's keeping it tight. Puts that one beautifully on the boot. A high kick. Oh, it's marked beautifully by Anderson. Anderson here looking for options to get this one right back into the forward 50 where it started from. Flies high, spilt the mark. And it'll be Cam Eilert pushing that one over with a smile on his face too, because he knew who was behind him.
Experienced Cam Eilert's just pushed himself back into defence late in this game. Just try to keep the clamps on things in the Southern District's forward half. As the boundary throwing comes in, Buxton just takes it out of the ruck, loops a long hand pass over the top to Eilert, and Eilert clears around the outer boundary, but McAdam comes in and takes the mark. He's looking inboard, but nothing there that he likes. Looking further afield now, it's pretty crowded in that Southern District's forward half, or getting to the front, but no mark taken. Eilert's in there in the thick of it, and the ball's just bouncing around at ground level as Wines in there tried to get it out, but they couldn't, and the 26 players that are around the ball all pick themselves up and will go again.
So we'll have a restart here. Josh Cooper with the ball up. No clear possession. Socked brilliantly out of the pack there by Nyhouse, but again wrapped up very quick by this Southern Districts centre. And it will be another ball up by the look of it here.
Yeah, 23 minutes gone. 2 quick goals needed by Southern Districts. Nightcliff happy to just clog it up. Buxton. Everyone in that half of the ground.
Buxton again with the touch there. Finds the boot of Zus. Zus pushes that one forward, but he's just found Mazzini in space. Mazzini with the time just to be able to get this one placed well, which he does through the hands of Anderson. Anderson pushing this one forward on the left boot. Flyers, but spilt mark there. Finds the hands of Swartz. Swartz managed to get rid of it correctly. George coming through. How long does he need? No. Just like that. Right place, right time for Nyhouse too. So another behind. 24 scoring shots to 17. What's Nyhouse going to muster up here, do you think? Takes a bounce. He has got a bit of space. Opting for the scoreboard wing again. Few fly, no clear control, but it's Sam Smith with a hand pass out of the pack to McAdam. Mazzini throws it on the boot. It's high. Underneath it, no one, but it's a spill. It's a foot race there. Brander's there, so Swartz. Defensive pressures well. No clear control of the footy. Nightcliff have been able to get that one out through the boot of Zust. Zust pushes that one forward, but it's a sea of crocodiles there, being able to wrap that one up and get it right back into the forward 50, and it might be out on the full.
No, I think it's just bounced inside, but another stoppage. Nightcliff will be happy with this. Everyone in Southern District's half of the ground, basically, as Nightcliff just trying to soak it up in the dying stages of the game.
Interesting to see what will happen, Stu.
Hit out, goes over the top. Anderson throws himself in, couldn't control the ball. Again a tackle and again a stoppage as District's desperate to get the ball out to someone in some space, but unable to do so.
Can't imagine there's long left there. Ball goes up. Buxton gets a hand to it, push forward, no clear possession at this point. Anderson doing what he can. Looks like it might be wrapped up there. Umpire says that'll be a free. And there it is. That's a siren. Nightcliff hang on by the absolute skin of their teeth to be able to get this one over the line. So something...
Yes, an injured player on the ground. I think it's Lewis Rinaldi. But it's a Southern District's free kick, but it's 60 metres out, and I don't think that Jager Cockatoo has got the carry in it, but it's the margin's 8 points anyway. Nightcliff have won the game. Fantastic game of footy, Tara.
So you can see they've got to be careful here, because Nightcliff went to run on the field in celebration, so they've got to be careful that everyone's behind the line and in the right spot. You can see he's in a world of pain, Cockatoo. Just got to get it on the boot. Not the finish this district side wanted, but we'll see what he does here. He's opted for the barrel, but just fallen short. So there it is. Nightcliff managed, as I said, to hang on by the skin of their teeth with this surging Southern District side coming back from a 5-goal deficit at the start of this fourth quarter to leave it down there to just the 8 points. Stu, what a game of footy. Great game of footy. Yeah, really enjoyed it, even though came into it only in the second quarter, but a terrific contest. Two quality sides that will be part of finals action as we head to March next year. But gee, the quality of football was great. The quality of the contest, the courage of the players, just really impressed all round. And yeah, these are two of the benchmark sides of the competition. Yeah, no, definitely. I think, as I said, heading into the game, there's not a lot that separates first from fifth. But, you know, looking at it and not seeing the games that have been played, to see Nightcliff go down last week by a couple of points to Buffaloes and then resurge like they have here, you can see the accuracy is what's got them across the board today, because if Southern District's converted those scoring opportunities, it'd be a very different story. So, great win for the Nightcliff side. Deserve to celebrate hard. That ends the broadcast here tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure to host you. We look forward to seeing you next weekend for round 9 of the 2023-24 TIO NTFL season.